Yes, family, lodge up yourself. You know what it is. Hope Selah, Shalom on the ones and it's a vibes. Yes, family, lodge up yourself, pick up yourself. It's your host, Selah Shalom. Select the Selah Shalom on the ones and twos. You know how we do. It's a vibes. Run the rhythm. Yes, family. Where is it? Let's move forward. You know the vibes. You see what it is, family. You know what I mean? Y'all see the title. Y'all see what the title is, right? Let's speak on it. It's a blood clot vibes. Yeah. Yeah, yo. I see the title. Can't let this one slide right here, boy. Can't let this one slide right here, boy. Oh, wee. I don't know if y'all been keeping up, but boy. The OAHSPE, or better yet, Captain Tazaryach, then exposed himself. Bad. Oh, wee. Boy, Wack 100 going in on the boy. That shit sad. That shit sad as a motherfucker, boy. You know what I mean? These niggas, Captain Tazaryach, talking all that shit about the laws and the statutes and the commandments, about the brotherhood and all this shit. And this nigga was talking shit to behind Sinetta back to Wack. And Wack exposed that nigga. That's what real niggas do, expose the fake. That shit ain't looking good for the cat, boy. All that brotherhood talk, nigga, that shit is out the window. I was listening to some of them videos that they've been putting out as of lately. Talking about Captain and what's the other, the Tazaryach and all them, man. That shit is sad, boy. That shit is sad as fuck. It's like them niggas played themselves, you know what I mean? Like, them niggas played themselves bad, yo. Tazaryach, nigga, you played yourself bad. And then make it so bad, it's like, nigga, you be talking like you got this control or like you got shit under order, my nigga. I'm glad that shit happened the way it happened, especially with that nigga Wack. Because the nigga Wack ain't holding his tongue for shit and he exposing your ass. You know what I'm saying? Instead of debating Selah Shalom against the OAHSPE and dealing with the knowledge, you running from everybody else and running from these debates, but you want to run over there with some real gangster niggas and got yourself some real gangster shit. Y'all niggas is sad, bruh. Y'all niggas is clout chasers. You niggas is fake. Your card's been exposed. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, this shit Nigga, I know you can't sleep, bro. You can't. Your ass is wrestling in your sleep, having nightmares in your sleep because of this shit, nigga. I'm feeling sorry for you, nigga. That shit went from goddamn supposed to be teaching niggas that you the Israelites and we the Israelites. That shit went from that to some gangster shit. Talking about pulling up on niggas. I was like, what? How you let it get to that point, partner? Now niggas is looking at y'all niggas as clowns, as jokes. Don't nobody take you niggas serious. Shout out to my nigga Yare Yah, like the nigga Yare Yah said. What'd he say? He said you was looking for that exposure, but you got it in a way you wasn't expecting it, my nigga. You thought you were gonna go over there, probably try to talk that Israelite bullshit to them niggas, and them niggas ain't trying to hear that shit, my nigga. You gotta have discernment. You gotta have wisdom and when to apply certain shit. You ain't gonna see me around the hood with a whole bunch of hood niggas talking about the OAHSPE, nigga. It's a time for shit. It's a time you gotta know how to, you know, throw your hook out there. But you niggas, man, and that shit, when I was listening to some of the videos, the shit that nigga was saying, like the nigga said, I don't know verbatim word for word, but the way Wack was talking about how he was talking about Sarnetta, my nigga, that right there did it for me, bro. The nigga was like, yeah, Sarnetta, he, you know, he be wanting me to come on his channel, but, you know, he got to pay me to be on. You telling Wack this shit, my nigga? What type of nigga you is, bro? You a disloyal, disingenuous ass nigga. If I was Saul, I wouldn't even fuck with you no more, nigga. I'll continue to expose your bitch ass. Because that was some whole nigga shit. On the street level, doing shit like that on the streets would get your ass knocked the fuck down, my nigga. Niggas will run up on you and chin check you for that type of disloyalty, my nigga. You see, that's the thing. You thought that shit wasn't going to get out. You was talking to Wack, thinking Wack is like you, that you can side talk a nigga that's supposed to. That nigga Wack was like, he said, once he exposed that part, he was like, he said, that's your man? He said, that's your man? Like, yeah, you know, Sarnetta, you know, they be trying to, you know what I mean, get me on there to talk, but I ain't going on there if he ain't paying me and all this shit. And Wack like, yo, but that's your man? Nigga, you ain't peep game? You done played yourself, partner. You disloyal. You try to shit on Sarnetta for some what? For what? If it wasn't for Sarnetta, my nigga, half these niggas, we wouldn't even know your ass, nigga. I wouldn't even know you if it wasn't for Sarnetta. And a lot of these niggas wouldn't know you. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, for you to go that route, that far left for what? Because like Wack said, street niggas is up one. Conscious community, y'all niggas just took an L. A bad fucking L at that. God damn. You know what I mean? And then you got Saab mixed up in this bullshit. I was like, that's fucked up. Now I see, you know, I seen the fakeness in that nigga from day one, really, because these niggas is in a cult. These niggas is moving like in a cult. You know what I mean? But when I went on the nigga show and we had the Q&A and the nigga hung up on me, I knew he was a bitch nigga from day one. It's like, I got discernment like a motherfucker. I read niggas, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, he ain't no thorough nigga, man. You ain't no thoroughbred nigga like that, bro. And I ain't talking about no street shit. I'm talking about as a man, as a loyal man to your brethren. And I ain't talking about niggas in the ISUPK. I'm talking about the brotherhood, period. Because Sarnetta probably hold you down quicker, faster than some of your own brothers in the camp. I see you more on Sarnetta TV than you over there on wherever the fuck you supposed to be at on Cross the Line Radio and whatever the other talk shows y'all niggas got over there. That was the fakest fucking shit I ever seen coming from them niggas, man. Y'all niggas is looking bad right now. I'm talking about horrible. The way them niggas is going in on you over there, bro. I know, like, man. Boy, oh boy. Skull, peace. Hilltop, what's good, family? Peace to the God, Hilltop, my nigga in the building. That shit sad, yo. They need each other because they both played themselves. The ship sinking. Yeah, man. But I think that nigga Tazaryach dragged Sarnetta in that bullshit because Sarnetta don't too much care about that type of atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? He stay in his lane. But Tazaryach brought that nigga over there, and then them niggas got the going back and forth. And then when Tazaryach fell out with Wack, now Sarnetta included with the bullshit. So now they got that whole conscious community looking sideways. You know what I mean? And then Wack was talking like, yeah, Sarnetta be saying like Captain his governor, his this, his that, he's our president or whatever the fuck that slogan Sarnetta be using for Captain. And then for this shit to happen, and then for him to say that, I was like, oh, now that shit is even worse. Because you was bigging up Captain as this high-ranking nigga, and he ain't the nigga who he say he is. You know what I mean? Like, we see, like, real niggas, like, niggas who got common sense and logic see through this nigga. Just hands down. Like, we see through the bullshit. You know what I mean? It's like when the nigga didn't want to debate me over fucking a book, I'm like, my nigga, you a fake nigga, my nigga. We dealing with information. It's like an MC battle, nigga. If we MCs and we talking about, and we in the entertainment field, and we battle rappers, and you got a battle rapper talking about, nigga, I'll battle your best, and you back the fuck back, you weak, my nigga. You weak. I don't want to hear no excuses. Oh, he ain't go through the ranks. Oh, he ain't go through such and such. Nigga, been through the ranks. Nigga, I've been in the truth longer than these niggas. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, that alone is rank. Peace, God. But yeah, my nigga, don't let these niggas fool you, my nigga. Even Quinai said some real shit when he was on Solomon Opportunity, I think the other day. When Quinai was like, nigga, he should even be over there. Like, these niggas is gangsters. It's like, we all got background. We all trying to suppress that nigga mentality as far as those in the conscious community. But you ran over there with niggas who still in the nigga mentality, who don't give a fuck about no ISUPK, no General Yohana, none of that shit. They'll disrespect them niggas to the lowest common degree, and ain't nothing you niggas can do about it. Because you niggas done stepped your foot over there, fucking with some real life gangsters. Now you done got yourself into some gangster shit. Come on, and then you fucking with the Cali niggas, man. Them niggas don't play no games. You should know better, my nigga. You should have known you was walking into a burning house, fucking with a nigga like Wack. You know that nigga don't play no games, and he ain't sugarcoating shit, and you want to go over there and try to muscle your way thinking you was going to finesse them niggas? Fuck out of here, my nigga. Fuck out of here. That's like me going to Atlanta and going in the hood. I'm talking about where the real Atlanta niggas from. I ain't born in Atlanta. I'm from Miami. And I was raised in New York and Atlanta. But I'm not a real Atlanta nigga like some of these Atlanta niggas who got grandma and grandpa, and they grandma and grandpa that's from here. See what I'm saying? My family from the Caribbean, so I don't have no lineage here. I don't have grandma and grandpa here. But you got them niggas who do got grandma and grandpa here, and they look at some of niggas even like me, like, nigga, you out of town, you ain't from here. You know what I mean? Although niggas got the respect, don't get it twisted. But you have those niggas who like, oh, he ain't from the city, he ain't from Atlanta. See what I'm saying? You got niggas on that type of time. So it's like me going across debating with these niggas, trying to convince these niggas that they Israelites, and these are straight hood niggas who probably never heard of no Israelites, and you over there fucking with these niggas. I'm gonna get exposed eventually. Because my scheme and my gimmick that I'm trying to come with, they gonna see through that shit because they live in the real life. They're not living in no books. Them niggas is not living in the theological world. They're not studying and research like us. These niggas out there in them streets banging their guns, selling their drugs, doing what the fuck they gotta do to survive. And here you come, trying to tell niggas to put down that and follow your ways, and you know what I mean, the white man the devil, but you want to get on the goddamn, you want to get on the white man show. You want to get on, what's the white boy name? No Jumper. This nigga Tazaryach want to go on No Jumper, but he hate the Edomite and he hate the white man, but he want to go on the white man show for what? The fuck you gonna do on No Jumper, my nigga? Them niggas be over there fighting bloody and coming on the show with blood fucked up, real street nigga shit, and you want to go over there and do what? Tell them niggas what you an Israelite? And then once they disagree with your logic, which you're gonna start arguing with them about the Bible. Half these young niggas don't even fuck with the Bible. They know what the fuck going on with the Bible. It's a white man book. They know. They know. But you want to go over there and try to play savior like, come on, man. There's ways of doing things, my nigga, and that's not the way you do it, my nigga. That's some cutthroat shit. You know what I'm saying? Like Nate, for me, like when I be filming it, I came across cutthroat niggas and I cut them niggas the fuck off. Come across a nigga, may whisper some shit against another nigga I'm cool with, and I'm like, nah, I can't fuck with you niggas. You talking shit, nigga, ain't no telling what you telling the other niggas. You cut that shit short early. You don't drag that shit on. I cut out a lot of niggas, man. Niggas who I thought, well, I knew, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of times my spirit read niggas for the jump, so I'll be knowing off the rip, like, all right, this friendship ain't gonna last that long, because once I address this or bring that up, niggas gonna bump heads. Some of these niggas can't take the fact that you showing them their wrongdoing, or you showing them their inconsistencies, or you showing them their self-conviction. Some niggas don't like that. And if you convict them on that, niggas that get offended and don't want to talk or come up with all type of shit to talk to you about when all you trying to give a niggas constructive criticism. If we boys, niggas, fuck you man for? You know what I mean? You gotta watch these fake niggas, bro. JJ 7,000 in the building. Peace to the God. What's good, nigga? Lots of laughs. No jumper. What you say? No jumper kept going Hollywood. You know what I mean? And you know what? Even if the nigga was to go Hollywood, I wouldn't even be mad, because, you know, we all in this field of, whether it be entertainment, whether you do music, whether if we do the theology and the research, who the fuck don't want exposure and to get their shit out there? You know, if I could go over there and get 100,000 views and be, nigga, I'm going over there, let's make it work. But it's how you go about doing this shit, my nigga. You see what I'm saying? Like, yo, man, I'm West Indian, my nigga. We Caribbean niggas. Like, in that street life with Caribbean niggas don't play no fucking games, my nigga. Niggas will fucking take your limbs. I ain't just talking about killing your ass. Take your fucking limbs off, my nigga. I couldn't, yo, that's why I'm fucking humble, loyal, and honorable, because I've seen, heard, and been around niggas who done did stupid shit and got fucked up behind that shit. See what I'm saying? I remember coming up, nigga, you couldn't even really say nothing around big niggas. Like, if you was 13, 14, you couldn't be in even 16. You couldn't be out there talking with the grown niggas and act like you matching the energy of these grown niggas. Man, niggas will fuck you up. You know what I mean? There's levels to this shit, man. Cap played himself, my nigga. It's like that was a bad move on his end. And then you gonna fucking, what really got me is the way the nigga did sound. Like, the nigga Wack was like, yeah. The nigga said, he said this about sign, that about sign. And the nigga Wack said, that's your man? Like, that's your man. Like this supposed to be your man. You brought me to, and you talking to your man about me like that? Nigga, you a fake ass nigga. If I got one of my close homies talking to me like that, my nigga, I'm gonna be like, yo, don't even come back around me. Stay the fuck over there. I don't even want to see you, my nigga. Just leave me the fuck alone. That's how I am. Once a nigga leave, just leave me the fuck alone, my nigga. Just leave me the fuck alone, because I know how I get, and I know what I do to a motherfucker on that type of time. It ain't no talking. It ain't no trying to compromise. I'm West Indian, nigga. We just respond. All my altercations I got into when it come time, it was response. It wasn't, yeah, motherfucker, what's good now? You want to fucking talk, yo? It wasn't none of that. It was, that's him. Bah! That was it. That's why I don't fuck with people and I don't go interfere with people, because I know how I get down and I know how I can get at niggas without having to worry about a nigga getting back at me, because I use my fucking head. Fuck niggas up and walk right past them niggas, and niggas never know you fucked them up because I'm using my head. But some of these niggas ain't using their fucking head. That shit's sad, man. That nigga Wack going in on them niggas. That shit is embarrassing, man. If I was in that nigga's shoes, man, I probably wouldn't even be able to sleep at night, my nigga. If a nigga was exposing me like that, I wouldn't be sleeping, my nigga. That shit'll have me disturbed, because the nigga done pulled your card. You know how you are inside, and the nigga pulled that shit out. It's almost like, you remember when you were young, and you had certain niggas around you that may have pulled your card, knew what type of nigga you really was and shit, but then when you got older, you try to put this persona on like you were a little something else, and the nigga may see you. You grown up now. You like 18. You running the streets. But here he come, though. The nigga who knew you from when you were 12, when you used to run from the fights, when you was pussy, and now he see you acting like a tough guy, and then he tell his soldiers around him like, yo, man, when this nigga was 12, he used to die, and now your niggas is looking at you like, damn, my nigga, like, you know, that's how you looking right now, Tazaryach. That shit is sad. Instead of sticking into the field of instead of sticking in your lane, doing the debates, Sinetta was trying to get you to debate. You know what I mean? I did the video in a response just for debate purposes. No hard feelings, nigga. We bang. This is what we do in the information. That's what I thought. That's why Malachi Mack could be brought up, Battle of the Holy Books, nigga. We got the banging, nigga. I'm taking the same way Wack coming at your ass is the same way I was coming at you with the information, nigga. But what you do, you tucked your tail and ran from me. You ran from me. And you came up with all type of excuses. You tucked your tail and ran from what's the other nigga name? Chris Harris? You running from that nigga. And then who another nigga he running from? Whatever other niggas he running from. And when you went up against Pastor Bennett put that spanking on you. And then even I heard JJ goddamn beat you. But I don't think I seen that video. But it's like, my nigga, get your ass in the field and do what you do, nigga. You a debate nigga. Get in here. Even if you lose, nigga, ain't nobody gonna clown you for losing, nigga. Everybody win and lose something, nigga. You think I'm gonna come into the ring every time and think I'm gonna win the debate? No. It's to go out there, put yourself out there, see your strong points, see your weak points, see where a nigga threw a jab at you, correct that, and then finesse that shit so the next time you go in that ring, nigga, you sharper than before. That's what this shit about. Iron sharpen fucking iron. Peace to the gods on earth. Peace to the gods on earth. What'd you say, King? Wack 100 gave OAHSPE and the conscious community a black eye. Yeah, more than a black eye, man. He put them niggas in a coma. I bet you when they lie, I bet you when they go in that cross the line, they ain't gonna talk about it. They gonna act like this shit ain't never happened. They gonna probably talk about some other shit. They ain't gonna bring up Wack. They ain't gonna talk about it. But if they got their way with Wack and got the upper hand over him, conscious niggas up one, the street niggas down one, oh, they would have been talking their shit. But shit ain't go as you play. You couldn't control the situation. See, Cap used to controlling shit. They used to system and order based off their chemistry in the OAHSPE. But nigga, you came across the wolves. You came across niggas who don't follow your system and order. You came across niggas who ain't gonna shut your mouth. Niggas ain't doing that. You should tell them niggas that, fuck you, nigga. What the fuck you think you would? That's the type of energy you gonna meet. And that's what you deserve. If I sit here and I'm talking to a man and I tell that nigga shut his mouth, whatever he come give me, bitch, I gotta accept it. Because I came out of my mouth derogatory to that man. That's why I try to keep it respectful, my nigga. Because shit could go left and it may not go how you think it's gonna go. The nigga Wack even said the nigga made a cologne out the nigga name. This nigga made a Wack 100 cologne, he said. Nigga, what type of dick rod nigga you is, bro? Come on, my nigga. I ain't dick riding none of these niggas. You don't see me running after Killer Priest to get on his podcast. I love Killer Priest. I rock out with the Wu-Tang from the 90s. I'm a big fan of Killer Priest. But nigga, you don't see me calling this nigga phone begging to get on his show. Nigga, it is what it is. Nigga, we men. Salute and respect. Nigga, I see you when I see you. Same thing with Sarnetta. You don't see me running on Sarnetta. Yo, Sar, let me get on your show. Yo, Sar, I want the president. Nah, nigga. Nigga, I'm going to see you when I see you. I'm going to present my shit when I'm ready. No hard feelings. No dick ride. I ain't a dick rider, my nigga. You see what I'm saying? And if you grew up in the 90s, you should know better. Because the street protocol in the 90s was thick in the atmosphere, nigga. You had to go by them shit or you're going to get your ass beat. So to come out from that era, to come from the 90s era, the Tupac and the Biggie era, to come out of that era and be a flunky ass nigga like you is, my nigga, shows me what type of nigga you was back then, too. You feel me? Damn, what happened? Somebody brief me. Go, yo, shit. Just put in Wack 100 versus the Israelites or Captain Tazaryach. You know, Captain Tazaryach went over there by the Wack 100 in the clubhouse or whatever. I don't know the whole story, but I'm just, you know, the shit hitting the internet. You know, he was cool with Wack, you know what I mean? And them niggas had a fallout and Wack exposed a nigga for who he is. I'm talking about exposed him bad. You know what I mean? And shit, sometimes that need to be done. Now, you know, we already knew what type of nigga you was. He just voiced it. If you would have stayed in the ring just doing what you do, your debates, took the debate, like Sarnetta trying to get you to debate niggas, you don't want to debate because for whatever reason, you know what I mean? Like, nigga, you done been in, you the niggas done been on the stage battling polite before the people, my nigga. This is a internet. You know what I mean? Ain't no, I'm like, shit, you should have ran for this debate. You should have ran towards Chris Harris or whoever other niggas he's trying to debate or who Side get him trying to debate. Cap don't want the smoke, bro. You know what? His excuse is that it's not that he don't want the smoke. His excuse is that what is it going to benefit? He's looking at the following of the people. Who, you know what I mean? Like, how many people What type of following you got? If like Geno Jennings got a church, he got a following. They want niggas like that. But you can't approach niggas like that if you're not even sufficient in knocking niggas out in the field you win. Knock all of us out, my nigga. You the big man. We came with Battle of the Holy Books, nigga, nothing but chapter and verse. Took out the ego, took out the pride. All you gotta do is present chapter and verse based off the topic. Who is God? What is the difference between God, Lord, and Lord God? What's the difference between Creator and God? Who is the real Jehovah? Who is the real Yahuwah? In the OAHSPE or in the Bible? See, these are simple topics we could have touched on and have great discussions on. I ain't no disrespectful nigga. I can be. I'll fuck some shit up too. Get my blood going, niggas. Ain't no telling what the fuck gonna happen. Ain't no telling what the fuck gonna happen with me. That's why I just stay the fuck away. Wifey know. She know how I get busy. I'll have her come tell you a story when we first met, what I did in the neighborhood. Over here, when we first met. Lit this bitch up. She'll tell you. She ain't here right now. I'll come sit ass right down. Yo, what happened when I met her? What? Nigga, lit this bitch up. 4th of July out this motherfucker. You feel me? I'm just being 100. So the same way we striving to be conscious, we all have a background from the streets. Some people backgrounds is more severe than others. I'm not saying I'm the roughest or toughest nigga. I'm definitely not saying that. I've been around them type of niggas and realized like, I ain't as tough as I thought. These niggas over here doing some shit that you would really have to push me to do, but these niggas are doing it just off a shoulder bump type shit. You feel me? I ran with some savages, yo. I trained with savages, my nigga. Sonny Gallo, nigga, savage, nigga. This nigga, man, boy, stop. Train with these niggas, man. Been around niggas who get busy, man. Been around murderers and killers who did time, came home, and they, you know what I mean? Been around the energy. I ain't talking about like, I'm talking about for years in and out in niggas' cribs, moving in the club with these niggas. Niggas show me. I told you how you live, you know, you leave the club with your back against the wall when shit pop off, so a nigga can't get behind you and pop you in the back of the head. When you in the club and shit pop off, nigga, you hit that wall and skate that wall and ride that bitch out the club. The killer told me that. Killer told me that. Everybody else in dance floor partying, they don't know that. Cause they not in that level. They not in that world. They not in that darkness. They not on that dark side. I remember I used to go in the club. Certain crews used to be certain crews, but the main nigga, the main trigger man, told me like, yo, reality, boom, this how you do. Ba 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 ba. Let me show you how you move when you out in these motherfuckers. Cause I fuck with you. Niggas put me on. These grown fucking men, nigga. I ain't talking about niggas my age. Niggas is in their 40s, about to hit 50s. Caribbean niggas, real gangster niggas who don't even fucking smile. You look at them niggas, you're going to turn your fucking face away because you don't want to stare at them niggas too long because you don't know if them niggas may say something or do something. Them type of niggas. Black, dark-skinned niggas with no facial hair. Mad Max looking type niggas. I'm dead-ass fucking serious, too. I got stories, nigga, but I ain't going to tell no stories. I ain't the type of nigga, but I'm just letting the atmosphere be known. You can't play the rope with niggas who's really out on them street levels like that. And you a conscious nigga trying to, and you got to scheme. That's like me going over there with the OAHSPE trying to scheme with the OAHSPE. Trying to tell niggas we fake this. Everybody's a fake this. I mean, only black people are fake this. How the fuck that look? Only black people are fake this. You know, the white man is the devil. Man, niggas done grew out of that shit. That shit ain't working no more. The white man just got one up on us through slavery, nigga. That's it. It was fair game, nigga. It was fair fucking game. If me and you fighting and you beat me, that's fair game. If me and you fighting and you beat me and you take me into captivity and the bondage, nigga, that's fair game because I lost the fucking fight. If I would have won the fight, nigga, I would have never went into captivity and bondage. So we can't blame the fucking white man, nigga. It's fair fucking game, nigga. If you hate the white man, box his ass up. Ain't nothing stopping you. You got free will to do whatever the fuck you want. You can get a militia niggas and do whatever the fuck you want. Storm the White House. You got all that freedom to do whatever the fuck you want. It's fair game. So I don't want to hear no complaining about the white man this, the this, the this. Fuck that, nigga. It's fair game. This is America, nigga. You can go to the damn gun store, purchase you some guns, and go do what the fuck you want to do. Go massacre how many people you... This is America. You can do what the fuck you want to do. So I don't want to hear no excuses with you black revolutionary niggas talking about you hate the white man. Nigga, you fucking with the wrong nigga. I'm going to hold you accountable, nigga. Go out there and do something, nigga. That's your issue, not my issue. It's been tribal war in my eyes. Before the white man, it's been tribal war. Africans been killing Africans. Europeans been killing Europeans. Chinese been killing Chinese. East Indians been killing East Indians. North Koreans don't like South Koreans. You get the fucking picture? It ain't got shit to do with I don't like you, you don't like me. Bitch, this is tribal warfare at the end of the day. So we trying to seek the higher light, my nigga. We trying to look past that. OAHSPE, nigga, we ain't going around teaching niggas, you know, the white man, the devil. We trying to tell you niggas, boy, the service done unto others in good works is how you rise up and create it. See that? That don't require no goddamn skin complexity. That don't require that you being black, white, or a chosen people. To serve others in good works don't require nothing out of you other than for you to go do the fucking mission. That's what creators say in the OAHSPE. From beginning to end, the service done unto others is how you resurrect. When the Etherians come down, what the fuck you think they doing? They servicing the low. And not only are they servicing the low, they're taking some back up to the Etherian with them. Those are like reward points. You know, when you play video games, you get the little reward points, the little gold points, or the little extra tokens and shit like that. Nigga, we are the extra tokens when the Etherians rise back up and we get taken with them. So when Creator come with the message, it's universal. It's always been universal. But the false gods have departmentalized the doctrine, separated the doctrine, created prejudice, hate within the doctrine, kill off the Canaanites. You didn't do that. Then the northern tribes started beefing with the southern tribes among themselves. Look at the devilishness. So you following a false god, and you came over there with false intentions over there by Wack, and your ass got exposed by realness. You got exposed by realism, something you're supposed to have been keen to, something you're supposed to have been aware of going over there. If I go over there, I'm not talking about no goddamn the white man, the devil. It's fair fucking game like I just explained. When them Europeans came off them goddamn ships and landed on the shore, niggas supposed to get the goddamn doing this. If that was the case, nigga, take your sword out and get them chopping heads. Get them niggas off the fucking land. And we wouldn't have went in slavery. If the Africans were selling Africans into the slavery to the Europeans, we supposed to knock them fucking African heads off who's being traders. Oh, those the niggas who's negotiating with the Europeans to capture our people, to give it to them? For some what? For some spice? For some trades? Let's go ahead and knock these niggas off. See, that is fair fucking game. Ain't no excuses. Ain't no excuses, family. It's a blood clot vibes. Yes, I. We just building on this topic, yo. But this shit, I ain't gonna lie, man. That shit disturbed me. That shit disturbed me. Because I was like, nigga. You know what I mean? You ain't even supposed to be on that type of time with these niggas. Captain Tazaryach, he rapped. He should have been over there talking about his rap music, nigga. Fuck, you should supposed to been over there talking about rap shit. Yo, Wack, check out my music. That nigga probably would have fell in love with your shit. Because music is the universal language. Everybody fuck with music. You probably would have had one of them songs. Wack would have been like, yo, nigga, this shit, who said? Oh, that's the white boy in your kid who said, hey, homie, this shit is, and then y'all would have had a great rapport using the music as the leverage, but you niggas ain't thinking. You over there trying to convince motherfuckers to be Israelites, and niggas ain't trying to hear that shit. It's been too much going on as far as exposing the Israelite doctrine on social media, and a lot of people is aware of it at this point where, my nigga, don't be trying to force shit down niggas' heads. Niggas ain't trying to hear that shit. That's why we got Battle of the Holy Books, nigga. You trying to force that shit in other people's head. Nigga, we would have challenged you on that doctrine to make sure that shit right in his head. Because you go out there and spread this gospel, getting people to believe this shit, and then couldn't find out the gospel is false. The doctrine is false. And now you done recruited 2,000 motherfuckers following a false doctrine. Now what you gonna do? And then you still got the streets niggas on your side talking about, see, I told your ass nigga, them niggas wasn't real, that's that fake shit. That Bible fake, white man book and all that shit. All that shit gonna come down on you niggas' heads, man. You dig? Yes, family. Tazaryach, peace, God. What's going on, King? See you in the building. Yo, peace to this brother right here, man. I linked up with this brother yesterday. Salute to the God. What'd you say, Jaja? Cap got exposed. Bad, man. Bad. The nigga Wack said street niggas up one. I was like, damn, that was cold-blooded right there. Street niggas up one. I'm gonna have to vote with the street niggas on that one. I'm sorry. You over there, Cap, you over there in the fucking sinking ship, nigga. We not rocking with sinking ships, nigga. We try to bring you the truth with the OAHSPE, nigga. Even Saneda agreed that the OAHSPE guy gives a better understanding of the Bible, nigga. And Saneda don't believe none of this shit, nigga. Y'all niggas stuck on stupid over there, my nigga. It's sad. See if I can find that verse in the OAHSPE where it talks about when, oh man, it's in the book of Osiris, yo. See if I can find that verse real quick. See if the agent can find that verse, Philippines. Am I finding it? Yeah, let's go to the book of Osiris, son of Jehovah, chapter 3, verse 10. Book of Osiris, son of Jehovah, chapter 3, verse 10, nigga, that's where we headed. It's a blood clot vibes. Book of Osiris, chapter 3, verse 10. That's where we headed. This is how these niggas is looking right now. Let me get the verse. This is how these niggas is looking right. Blood clot, no. Let me share my screen real quick. Yeah, man, shit's sad, yo. I know the goddamn general probably turning over right now, boy, pissed at the Cap. Like, niggas, stay your ass away from them niggas. So let's look at this right here, right? Look what this say. What greater pity is there than to see the former slaves still loyal to their disposed master? That's it right there. That line right there alone. That line right there. That's it. What greater pity is there than to see the former slaves still loyal to their deposed master? So it's like, once you find out your God been exposed, you still loyal to your false God. When you find out these fake captains and fake generals are exposed, you still loyal to these niggas. Mm-hmm. See that? Shit sad, Joe. These niggas is still loyal to their masters after their masters have been exposed. Hold on, family. Let's run the rhythm for a minute. There's some blood clot vibes. Yes, family, we're talking about it. Controversial, not commercial. It's controversial, not commercial around these parts. Ain't shit fucking commercial over here. Shout out to the Creative Gang, my niggas, thoroughbred niggas, my niggas. Shout out Malachi Maccabee, STL in the building. Shout out my motherfucking nigga Cosmo Cal, Detroit's finest. You know what I mean? Shout out to my nigga Daryl Cosmo. You know what I mean? Chicago's finest. And I mention these niggas because these niggas on the front line when it comes down to these debates. You know what I mean? Put our face out there, get exposed. Niggas found themselves trying to expose me when I brought out the OAHSPE. Making attacks. Oh, the Creative Gang is a motherfucking cult in the gang. Man, get the fuck out of here with that fake shit. Nigga, we still here banging. Banging. But it's just to show you how spiteful people can be. Niggas don't know you from a can of paint, have a disagreement over doctrine, and now these niggas want to talk personal. Where if this shit was face to face, you know some shit physical gonna happen. If I come in your face, and say "fuck you, nigga," and then right in your face, nigga, who the fuck ain't gonna do something? If I come to your bitch, nigga, fuck your bitch, fuck you, bitch. What woman ain't gonna smack or try to push back? So you can't be talking reckless like that and expect no repercussions. So why talk like that in the first place? Why talk like that in social media? It's a small fucking world out here. You know how many people I walked out in the streets and say, yo, Selah, Shalom, and I ain't know these niggas from a can of paint? Yo, Selah, you in Selah, you? Yeah, that's me. What happens if a nigga had ill intent? You Selah, that nigga, right? Ah! See what I'm saying? I don't play the fucking game. That's why I don't play with niggas, my nigga. I don't play with people. I'll laugh with you. Like Biggie said, I might smoke and joke a lot. And I tote the Glock. You know that line? Yeah, my nigga, don't get it twisted, man. Don't get it twisted. You ain't seen one video of Selah Shalom talking about anybody's personal life or I had a disagreement with him and then I went and made videos about him. You don't see one video of me talking about nobody unless it's a debate and I put up the debate. But go find the video. Selah Shalom says this. You know what I mean? Everything I deal with is on a doctrine. And even what we're talking about today about the cap is just showing you the nature of deception among men who's supposed to carry the light of God. You ain't fooling niggas over here. You ain't fooling niggas over here, man. I've been around too many thorough real niggas for a fucking flunky ass nigga who just became an Israelite in 2010 and act like he's schooling shit. 2010, my nigga. Nigga, I was screaming Israelite doctrine in the 90s, 98, 99, 98, 99, 2000, 2001. Nigga was been screaming that shit. And then before that, nigga, it was Islam and the 120 lessons. And before that, it was Kemet. My whole 90s experience was dealing with the knowledge. Cap said he became an Israelite in what, 2010? A lot of these Israelites are 2000 niggas. 2010 and beyond niggas. And ain't nothing wrong with that, but don't run around this motherfucker like you the holiest nigga, like you got more knowledge than niggas who been in this shit longer before you. That's why niggas don't want to debate, because I'm going to bring shit out against that Bible that there is no rebuttal for. When I debate and I present my case, I'm going to put it in a way that there's going to be no rebuttal for it, because I'm going to show what the book said. No different than any book. You know what I'm saying? Any book. The OAHSPE is not perfect. We're not saying this is a perfect book. We're saying that overall it's consistent with the message of one universal creator, and that the gods and lords and archangels and ethereal angels, all these angels and these different titles are nothing more than one-time people like us right now, crossed over and progressed in their angelic body, atmospheric body, spiritual body, whatever fucking name you want to call the body when you cross over. Regardless of the fucking name, the function goddamn remains the same. The function remains the same. What'd you say? What'd you say, Imam? She said, what? I was rocking Israelite doctrine before he was. Yeah. So they put a fresh new nigga on the front line. Fucking bait. Captain Tazaryach is bait. You know what I mean? You bait. You on the front line. You wet behind the ear still. You ain't got it all. That's why Sinetta be beating you up with your own Bible. Because even he been in the motherfucking truth longer than your ass. You feel me? OAHSPE looking terrible right now. Yeah, man, this shit crazy, bro. Ain't no comeback from this shit, my nigga. Ain't no comeback from this shit here. I was listening to that audio. That shit was disturbing listening to that shit. I was like, damn. Who the fuck going in? I was like, when I realized it was Wack 100, I was like, nigga, that's the most controversial nigga on the internet. Besides, what's the other nigga? Charleston White. That's like you going to Charleston White trying to convince the nigga to be an Israelite. You know how that nigga give it up. And you over there acting like you got controlling over the situation, controlling order over the situation. That nigga's a narcissistic or whatever that word is. Niggas who just don't see they own wrong, the nigga just always right. You can't tell them niggas they wrong. That shit sad, yo. That shit sad, man. had to speak on this one, man. This shit was like crazy, man. Yeah, create a gang chat, be talking in the back chat, Facebook chat, man. Just be like, yo, this shit is bugged out. Instead of debating the motherfucking OAHSPE Bible, instead of debating the other niggas, you want to run over there to some street niggas, active street niggas. Niggas asking you where your location at. Yeah, we on 125th and such and such. You know where we be at, nigga. Do you know them niggas just drew you in, nigga? They got you. By you even entertaining that part, they got you. And then you playing a dangerous fucking game. I don't know what type of nigga, and y'all should know better. I'm sure you got niggas in your school that get busy, that got past records, that know about that life. And you want to put niggas' lives in jeopardy? So now what happens if them niggas do roll up? What happens if them niggas do roll up? They know where you at. Niggas roll up. Oh, there go them niggas. That's that white boy. And they just run up on you niggas and snuff you out. Run up on you and try you. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Like when what's his name? When Tazaryach, I mean not Tazaryach, Polite. When he was there standing and he ain't crossed the line. See, he ain't crossed the line, but them type of niggas who ain't conscious of or who don't care about your doctrine, niggas across the line, yo. And when they cross that line, what you gonna do? You don't know if them niggas gripped up. They don't know if you gripped up. So niggas, I'm sure they gonna come out there gripped up. My man called me, I got a situation over here. We going over there gripped up. Ain't no holding hands in peace. Niggas going over there gripped up and silent until some stupid shit looking like it's about to go down and it is what it is. But you want to avoid that, right? Who the fuck want that? Yeah, nigga, we on 124. You know where we be at. Don't get this shit twisted, my nigga. I'm telling you. Don't get this shit twisted, man. Y'all niggas should know better than that. You got Wack talking about he want to fight Captain. He said, I'll beat the shit out that white boy. I was like, damn. So what happens if Wack see you now? What happens when summertime roll around and niggas pull up on the block and Wack confront niggas? There go that white boy right there. You step. And they rush in on you. And one of the Wack boys decided, you know what I mean? You don't know, man. This shit go left. Niggas die every day, B. Remember Pay the Full? Niggas die, niggas get shot every day, B. Niggas is dying every day over shit like this. Over internet beef. This is the new age, my nigga. Don't think that social media beef ain't real. Don't be fooled. Because I heard the nigga, but this is an app. This is real beef. This is an app. This is not real beef. Nigga, yes it is, nigga. Welcome to the new fucking age. Where the beef starts on social media and it ends on the streets. That's real. If you deny that, nigga, you ain't being real to yourself. And you could be the victim, nigga. Because you out there moving around and taking shit lightly and a nigga running around looking for you. Trying to take your fucking head off. And you took what the nigga said as a joke or rubbed it off like, oh, it ain't nothing. And then the nigga run up on you. Y'all niggas gotta be more logical. Y'all gotta exercise your common sense in the streets. You know, they say they got book smarts and they got street smarts. Well, this is where the street smarts come in at. This ain't the time for the books right now. Put the fucking Bible down. Put the books down. This is where the street knowledge come in at. You fucking with street niggas over there. So this is when the books go down and you solidify yourself as a street nigga without some Bible shit. You brought book knowledge to a street knowledge situation. And it showed and prove who came out on top. Street niggas up one, book niggas down one. That's why I said, this right here, we do this when we're here. When this shit shut down and I go out there, this stays here. What goes out there with me is my loyalty, my honor, being honorable, being loyal, being respectful. Even when the disrespect comes, still got to know how to deal with the situation. You know what I mean? know what I'm saying? We know for the pull up out here. That's what I'm saying. Y'all already out here, Cali nigga. That's a Cali nigga right there, letting you know. Niggas will pull up. That's what I say, boy. You playing a danger. You ain't fucking with New York niggas. You ain't fucking with East Coast niggas and niggas in New York who you understand the New York mentality. You fucking with West Coast niggas who don't play by them rules. I remember Tazaryach was like trying to tell Wack that we Israelites. That nigga Wack said, "Nigga, I ain't no Israelite, nigga. I was born right here." See that? This is where the street knowledge coming at, my nigga. Ain't nothing wrong with trying to tell a nigga, but you don't say it and impress the niggas. Nah. That's actually a personal. Being an Israelite is a personal choice. That's a subjective choice. When something is subjective, you got to force and convince your subjective point to the person. But when it's objective and it's apparent to see, there is no convincing. If it was Israelite monuments and temples in America with Hebrew all over this motherfucker, it'll be no convincing. Nigga will be like, yeah, nigga, yeah, I'm Hebrew because it's right here in the land. But we done took niggas over Africa and went to the Middle East and said, we from over here. Nigga, how you know? How you know? Well, see, the fall of Jerusalem in 70 AD, the Africans migrated westward and blah, blah. Yeah, we know that. We know that. We heard about that. But we don't know if that shit true or not. Now you got the indigenous movement saying, nigga, we've been over here. We ain't never come through the transatlantic slave trade. You got that argument going on. You dig? Because it's a blood clot vibes. What'd you say, King? Special these days, dudes are looking for fame. Yeah, man. And they're looking about it in the wrong manner. They're looking about the fame in religion. See, if you was talking about music, that'll be understandable. But these niggas trying to get famous with the Israelite doctrine on 106 and Park and type shit. These niggas want to go on No Jumper talking about the Israelites. And I think one of the brothers said Gorilla Hebrew was on there, so that's why he was trying to press to get on there or whatever, like them niggas in competition. Which Hebrew Israelite first can go commercial? Oh, no. Yeah, yo. Well, they out there, I'm sure. I'm sure they out there. You dig? Yeah, man, this shit real, yo. Hold up. That last message got me thinking this shit. Like, hold up, that's a shot at the nigga and shit. Let me find out this shit. What up, girl? It's a blood clot vibes, but yeah, yo. You know what I mean? Captain Tazaryach played himself, man. And it's okay, because every now and then we get played, but god damn it, nigga, you got played like a motherfucking bitch on this one. I'm sorry, man. Sonetta, man, you gotta watch that nigga, man. That nigga was talking reckless behind your back to this nigga Wack 100, who he just met, and he knew you for over how many years? Of a decade? And he gonna talk to you behind your back like that? You should smack the shit out that nigga when you see that nigga. Smack the shit out nigga and just run off. Like how Jamie Foxx did LL and shit. Smack that nigga and ran off, hit that nigga and ran off, just do that. Yo, Cap, let me holler at you for a minute. And just run off real quick, you know what I mean? You know, Cap, he'll let it go. He ain't gonna bitch over that shit. He'll chalk it up. Narcissistic. Yeah, that's it, Imam. You got it right. Is there anyone else in there under a new name? It's a blood clot vibes. What you say? Oh man, why you had to put that in my head right there, yo? Why you had to put that in my head? Shout out to the God, man. Go ahead and get you a copy of the Holy Book of Canaan. Got my copy. You know what I mean? Just supporting the God. But nah, we're not talking about placentas today. You know what I mean? We're not talking about placentas today. You're trying to be funny. What's up, dog? What's good? Peace to the fam. We just vibing out, man. Just talking about the latest drama with Captain Tazaryach looking like a bitch before Wack 100. And it's a sad day for the OAHSPE. Street niggas up one, conscious niggas down one. So man, I don't think it ain't even no comeback behind this shit, to be honest. It's just niggas just gotta dissolve. That shit's gotta dissolve and just act like this shit never happened. You know what I mean? Just act like this shit never happened. You know what I mean? You can pay them niggas a couple of $1,000 to take down a video so we can erase it out of our memory like it ain't never happened, out of sight, out of mind. You know what I mean? If them niggas took that shit down and act like it never happened, like 2 years, 3 years go by, we gonna forget about it, right? That shit crazy, yo. That shit wild. Lawrence Burton, what's good? Create a gang, you already know family. You know how we do. You know what I'm saying? We honorable over here. It's a blood clot vibes. Knowledge and information. Damn, yo. Nigga got exposed bad, though. Man, my lamb. Israelite. What you say, Yare? Israelite 0, gangsters 1. Damn, yo, that's fucked up, man. Gangster niggas up 1. That's crazy. Them niggas finally took their fucking first loss, yo. It says no cowards. Them niggas done cowered and scurried away through the tulips. But you know what I mean? We just had to touch on that, man, because everybody got them touching on this, a hot topic in the conscious community. And the nigga said, we gain more than them. Now the conscious community know who we are, but nobody know who they are. I was like, man, that's crazy. And when they do get to know who they are, it's going to be based off of these goddamn stories about them. All that good shit that they had before is out the window. That relation he was trying to build with Wack, out the window. The nigga is exposed, and they got video upon video upon video exposing this nigga. See what I'm saying? It's one thing when somebody make a video about you, exposing you about the information, and may take a couple shots at you, like how niggas took shots at me. It wasn't nothing to stand on because niggas don't know me. Niggas don't know me. Niggas ain't got to know me talking to this person, and oh, that nigga, he that type of person, that nigga, fuck that nigga. You ain't got none of that. But when you got something like what Cap did with Wack and talked behind the nigga, Sonetta back to this nigga, and then Wack exposed this nigga, that's your man? That's your man? That's just that's what really drew the line for me. Cause you know what we call that? We call that shit being cutthroat, my nigga. That's a cutthroat nigga who do something like that. You understand? And depending on what level of the field you playing in, some niggas that get active behind some shit like that. See what I'm saying? Some niggas will step on your shoe and say, my bag, and you may say, it's all good. Some niggas, you may step on their shoe, you may say, my bag, and the nigga may say, man, what the fuck you step on my shoe for? And bam your ass. That was on. Ain't no more, you ain't trying to explain the logic. The nigga just hit your ass. You got two things. Flee or respond to the nigga. Those are your two options. Or third, sit there and trying to rationalize after you got hit. You seen that shit before, nigga get hit and the motherfucker trying to rationalize like, yo, like, nigga, the nigga just hit you. You have all the fucking right to do whatever you got to do to that man. Because once a nigga hit you, it's fair game. And if you don't know the nigga you fucking playing with, when you hit that nigga, you better lay his ass out because you don't know what he gonna do to you. That nigga, them demons, them drudges may double up, triple up, quadruple up. And now you done brought out something in the man that you wasn't expecting in return. See what I'm saying? The savages, yo. You nigga out here playing with savages and don't know it. That's real, yo. You can't sleep on cats in the streets. Feel me? Can't sleep, yo. Shit, just did, really. Just did with Sanetta. Loyalty is loyalty, my nigga. Like, you know what I mean? If I'm your man and we moving together, we moving as a team, we moving as a team, my nigga. It's like there's certain unwritten rules that you have to experience to know. Some things words can't explain, or they can explain, but you better understand it when you experience it. You know what I'm saying? What I'm showing you, Sanetta was loyal to Tazaryach. Tazaryach wasn't loyal to Sanetta in return by exposing what he said about Sanetta to Wack. That's disloyalty. But Sanetta was being loyal to the nigga. Just using that as an example. You know what I mean? Loyalty to me is a nigga keeping his word. Keep your word. Keep your bond. Your word is your bond. Yo, man, I'm going to come pick you up for 2 o'clock. We're going to move out. All right, cool. 2 o'clock, come you pull up. All right, this nigga kept his word. He loyal. Or if some shit about to go down and he have the option to stay or leave, he said, nigga, I'm going to rock out with you, nigga. If them niggas going to jump you, they going to jump me too. That's a nigga being loyal. Now, if he leave, that don't make him disloyal. That just makes him, he's scared. He's fearful. And ain't nothing wrong with that. See what I'm saying? Ain't nobody in this fucking world has always been 100% fearless. Everybody experienced being the prey and the predator. You can be the predator, get at niggas, and you can be the prey. Sometimes you got to kick ass because niggas busting at you. I ain't never seen a nigga shooting and you just gonna stand there like bullets ain't coming. You duck, take cover, and you may bust back. But when them shots ring out and your ass ain't got cover, your ass ducking for cover. So you playing the prey. You ain't the predator at that time. You playing the prey. You fleeing in the flight of fear because you don't want to get what? Shot. So we play both sides. We play both sides. That's real, yo. Mm-hmm. That's right. Laws of the streets are the original tribal laws. Laws of nature. Karma. See what I'm saying? And the real truth of the matter is that the real law is that there is no laws. There is no laws. We create laws. Nature don't play by laws. Nature play by it is what it is. When a deer has a baby, a damn lion to come eat that motherfucker up right when it's born. We'll look at that shit like, damn, that's fucked up. But regardless of how we feel, regardless of what logic we try to put to that, it is what it is. And that's the truth. That's the determining factor right there, that it is what it is. Regardless of how you try to rationalize it in your mind, there is no laws to nature. It is what it is. That's creative. Creative laws of nature, it is. And when I say nature, I'm referring to the animal kingdom. Let me clarify that. I'm referring to the animal kingdom. Everything existing in the animal kingdom, Them niggas ain't playing by no laws. A coyote catch a fucking baby goat out there, nigga. The coyote ain't like, oh, you know what? He's a baby. I ain't gonna eat him because he's a baby. Coyote ain't playing by those rules. Coyote see fucking food. I'm about to eat. Go hunt that baby down and eat that baby up. But the mother over there crying and weeping like, damn, oh well, regardless of how she feels, she got to go. Before she get her ass eaten up, she got to survive. She got to leave her child behind. This is nature we talking about. It's the animal kingdom. The animal kingdom is the most savage kingdom on the planet. You don't get no goddamn reckless than the animal kingdom. You see how them animals be fighting? You see how them lions be fighting? You see how them lions be fighting in the jungle? Real battle. Them animal wars, real fucking battle, yo. I'd be like, damn. Even down to the insects be battling and fighting. See that? Yeah, yo. This shit's savage, man. Exactly. Self-preservation. That's nature. It is what it is. It's self-preservation. Nigga. I remember I was watching, it was this video on YouTube where this dog was running across the street. Some of y'all may have seen to this people on the porch. And the grown man ran, the grown people ran in the house and left the child on the porch, yo. Them niggas ran in the house. They seen the pit bull coming, ran in the house and left the little child on the porch. What happens if that pit bull would have ran straight to that child and got the mauling on that motherfucking head or something? But the grown adults fled and went in the house and left the child out there. Self-preservation is the first reaction in the flight of fear. Motherfuckers will leave their child behind in the flight of fear. Self-preservation. That's the animal. That's the lower self. That's the beast self in you. When you preserve this, me, motherfucker, I gotta survive. Yeah, I know I got kids over there, but bitch, I gotta survive. That's self-preservation. That's dealing with the lowest self in nature. First cause of nature. That's the tetrix, the beast, the animal side of man. His animal part. Right, animals with no books. See that? Animals don't read no books. Although we are higher in form of intelligence than the animals, but when you observe nature, it is what it is. Niggas ain't playing by no rules. Yep, them tetrix. You almost had it right. You almost had it right. The beast itself, that's right. Bring some music up. That's right. Lucy in the building, peace to the God. See that? Now we're going to go to the savagery. Yes. Men polar bears were observing, killing, and eating their own young for a lack of food in the environment. Again, self-preservation. Exactly. And not only that, there has been cases where humans have ate other humans to survive in a cannibalistic way. I remember they made a movie off that shit back in the 70s or the 80s. I forgot the name of the shit where the plane crashed in the icy region or whatever. And the people had to eat the other people to survive. They had to become cannibalism to survive. And it was based off a true story. I forgot the name of that movie. It was an old school movie. Yeah, yo, so don't get it twisted. Although we're trying to strive to be spiritual and holy, we still locked in this corporeal animal body. So we still play by those rules. All right, yeah. So where we at? Yeah, I know you will remember it, Ima. I know you would have remembered it. I know you remember that movie. It was a big movie back in the late 70s or early 80s or whatever. It was based on a true story about a plane that crashed, and it was in I don't know if it was in the mountain, but it was in the snow. It was in the icy region, and they had to survive by eating the people who died or whatever. Airplane, that may be it. That may be it. Airplane, that may be it. Hold tight. No, that ain't it. They brought up the. I think this. I think. Hold on. Is this it? Man, they got several of them shits. I ain't about to look that shit up now. Yeah, Alive. Yeah, that's what it is. Dreadful blood clot. Alive, my nigga. That's what it is. You're right. That's. See, we got the smartest. What Sabi said? We got the smartest chat. That's it, right there. Yup. Blood clot. Original top shot top coming true with the answer. Yes. All right. God damn it, where's that images? Yup, that's it, right? Blood cleat there. This movie right here, yo. This nigga right here was chomping. One of these niggas was eating, boy. They crashed in the snow, and they had to get to eating. That shit came out in '93. I don't know when that shit came out, but yeah, that's the movie. It's called Alive. Yeah, y'all ready? That's it, boy. Good one on that. Goodie on that. Yeah, Airplane was a comedian. Yeah, with that yeah, that was yeah. The '80s had some good damn funny movies, Joe. Police Academy. What's some other shits? I forget. Airplane. Yeah, 93. Damn, that shit, 93, you're right. I'm saying the 70s and the 80s and shit. It seemed like that shit was older than that. What's up? It seemed like the movie was older than that. Yeah, that's what I was talking about this whole time, yo. That shit went left. That nigga Wack ended up exposing Tazaryach on some other shit. That's what we've been talking about today, man. It's a sad situation for them boys, man. You know what I mean? That nigga Cat better get to apologizing or something, man. Like, nigga. Especially the Sarnetta. But you know niggas, they just gonna continue to, man, I ain't gotta apologize for what? What up? You know what I mean? Niggas gonna get more stubborn and more ignorant. Yes, yep. Maltese. Got two of them. They're my man eaters. Got a boy and a girl. I'm gonna start breeding them joints in a minute. Yep, nature is still the teacher. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed. Books just came about when man became more advanced in learning and civilization, but nature is the greatest teacher. Nature is creator. No, that's not Muffin, that's Lucky. Where Muffy at? Come here, Muffin. Come here. Come here, Booby. Come here. If I can lift up Lucky, she'll be wanting to lift up too. We just vibing out, family. Shit, come in. This Lucky right here. This the man eater. He be ready to go. You see a dog? I don't care how big the dog is. He ready to go. His little ass to get ate up, or he gonna do the eat. Second part. See that? See that? Got him trained to go, boy. That's my man eater. You know what I mean? Nigga get to tearing them ankles up, boy, ripping them ankles apart. Oh, matter of fact, the movie came out in '93, but didn't the event happen in the '70s? That's what it was, if I'm not mistaken. I know I wasn't tripping, right? The Predator right there. Yeah, that's my money to them. Wanna eat people for lunch, breakfast, dinner. Yes, family. So yeah, yo, we just vibing out, you know what I mean? Just had to touch on this topic, man, because this shit was saddening, but you know what I mean? Controversial, not commercial over here, man. But it's like, shit. Niggas need to learn to stay in their lane, man. See what I'm saying? You shouldn't even be goddamn conversing with niggas on that type of time if you not on that type of time, nigga. You ain't built like that. A nigga like motherfucking Hashal would have been better off going over there talking with them boys. He more built and equipped for that type of talk. You ain't built like that, nigga. You a peaceful man, nigga. Stay in your lane with the peace, nigga. And that's the best lane to be in. Get on that knowledge, nigga. Read your Bible and get in these debates or and stick to what you know with Sonetta, nigga. That's where it's at. That's where it's at, man. That's where the vibe at, man. That's where it's, you know what I mean? Niggas can talk shit over there, but they ain't gonna get no gangster shit, right? Nigga be, shut your mouth, boy. You ain't running that shit over there, boy. Nigga be telling nigga, I remember him and Morpheus was going at it, and he told Morpheus, shut your mouth. And Morpheus was like, yo, who the fuck is these? Yo, man, that shit is crazy, man. Instead of just, you know, it can get controversial. It can get controversial. Man, it can get controversial. Where it said Tabata? Salute. Where it said Trini? We want some dal puree. We want some roti. Huh? We want some curry. We want some tamarind. We want a real Trini style roti, you know. I mean a real Trini style roti, yes? Yup, don't let them cats bring your video down to the streets. Yeah, man, and it's easy to get there because we all come from that environment. We all come from that background. You know what I mean? And it's like we all carry that niggerism in us. It's just a matter of pushing the button and bringing that shit out and listening to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Let's get them thumbs up. Wait a second, let's get them thumbs up. It's the vibes. What you say? Roti came from East India, of course. What you mean? Is that Trinity, man? I know them things there, yes? Curry, roti, you know what I mean? Ganja, the locks, all that come out of India. India brought the dreadlocks to the Caribbeans. India brought the curry. India brought the roti, the paratha, which is like a big roti. Yes, I. Yeah, yo, my mother went to a Hindu school in Trinidad, Joe. What you mean? What you mean? Yo, I be doing the same shit, yo. Hold up. You've done no sister. Yo, you funny for that one. I be doing the same shit, yo. I be in Walmart listening to so Saturday to Go Loud. I'm in Walmart. I had that shit playing right on my phone, yo. I may drop the dial tone down some, but still had that shit playing, yo. The social media age is a motherfucker, though. You know what I mean? You got to enjoy this shit, yo. This shit is all right. I remember back before the millennium came in around 97, 1998, 1999, when the World Wide Web was first really introduced, niggas was like, yo, that's the mark of the beast, yo. You get the World Wide Web, you're going to be, and niggas had all these breakdowns for the World Wide Web. Yeah, see, the web, the snake is the Illuminati. You know what I mean? The snake is the Black Widow. So if you get caught up in the internet, what they're going to do is they're going to start, niggas had all type of philosophies for the World Wide Web back in 99, 98, 97. The superstition was high in the air. And look at us now, my nigga. We locked into the World Wide Web. Everybody. Huh? We thought it was something, but look what happened. It's just advanced communication. Now, we ain't got to go to the payphone to call niggas. I could just hit up my phone and hit you right here. Now, we looking at each other. If this was 1993 and a nigga showed us this from 1993, we would have been like, nah, nigga, this some Jetsons shit right here. Nigga, we living in the Jetsons right now. What them niggas was depicted in the 70s with the Jetsons or the 80s or whatever, whenever the Jetsons came out, we live in that shit. The Jetsons was showing what? This shit right here, niggas talking through the TV. That shit didn't exist then when that cartoon was out. Ain't none of that type of technology existed when the Jetsons was showing that type of technology in the cartoon. And right now we live in a cartoon. Ain't that right? Yes, family. Y'all keep getting Lucky mixed up with Muffin. Y'all love y'all some Muffin. That's Lucky. Where Muffin at? Matter of fact, hold on. Let me see if I can go run and grab Muffin since y'all love Muffin so much. You can look at the lion. The lion of Judah. This is Muffin. Yes, family. This is Muffin. The keeper. This is Muffin right here. This is Muffin. This is Lucky. See? Yeah, yo. About to make me some moolah with these little Maltese. Boy, girl, Lucky, Muffin. Ain't that right now, neat? Watch this. Second part. See that? That's that man eater. He ready to go. He got that pit spirit in him. He got that pit spirit. He a terrier. He got that pit spirit. Yes, family. Show enough. Show enough. You got what? I have 2 Shih Tzus myself. That's what's up. What color they are? Don't the Shih Tzus be like brown and like brown and like white or something like that? That's right. Lucky been trying, yo. He been missing though. He been trying. You know what I mean? Muffin ain't really letting that nigga get busy on him like that. But she been trying, yo. He been trying. He been, you know what I mean? He been missing, but he been trying. More like a Doberman. Okay. I remember Doberman pinchers was popular in the 80s. When you look at all the movies in the 80s, it was Doberman Pinschers and Rottweilers. Those were the popular dogs in the 80s. The Dobermans and the Rottweilers. And when the 90s rolled around, pit bulls became the topic. Pit bulls, pressing canaries and them cane Carsons. I want to give me a cane Carson. Walk the streets with that bad boy. Yeah, they be playing wrestling. Yes, family. We just vibing out. You know what I mean? This nigga Captain was about to be right here.
Headed boy to Pine Oil.
Captain was headed to Pine Oil
Chestnuts
Heaven fucking with the boys.
roasting on an open fire.
That's where you headed, boy, to Pine Oil Heaven.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
That's where you headed, boy, to Pine Oil Heaven.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
That's where you headed, boy, to Pine Oil Heaven.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
That's where you headed, boy, to Pine Oil Heaven.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
That's where you headed, boy, to Pine Oil Heaven.
That's exactly where you niggas is headed if you don't get it right. If you keep following these false gods, these false doctrines, and they got you moving like false niggas. See, if your God is false, that makes you false. So you running around niggas who see clear in the world they come from, and here you come with your false God, false doctrine, and false lifestyle. Sad, Joe. Not the Pine Oil Heaven. Oh, yeah. You thought we forgot about the Pine Oil Heaven? Pine Oil Heaven ain't going nowhere.
Roasting on
Pine
an
Oil
open
Heaven will
fire.
forever be here as long as we got niggas following these folks.
Oil Heaven.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
That's where you headed, boy, to Pine Oil Heaven.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
That's where you headed, boy, to Pine Oil Heaven.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
That's where you headed, boy, to Pine Oil Heaven.
Chestnuts roasting on.
That's what's going to be playing. That's what's going to be eternally playing while them niggas is roasting, my nigga, because they following these false doctrines. See what I'm saying? In the OAHSPE, you have false gods. And then you have the drudges, the gangs, that don't play by the rules of nobody, but how they move. Some of the false gods will use some of these trained warrior drudges, these trained warrior angels. Yes, family, give thanks, my brother. You done know the order. You know what I mean? Selah, this bittersweet sea moss is fire. You done know King just started using them a few days ago. Yes, I get your minerals up because we are mineralites. The body is made of minerals, so therefore we are mineralites. Any mineral that is dehydrated in the body, you have to hydrate the mineral. So if you're lacking carbon, the sea moss is high. If you're lacking calcium, the sea moss is high in calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, and them things there. And with that, let's go to a commercial break.
The results are sweet. BittersweetHerbals.com.
Run the rhythm.
Bittersweet Herbals. What it tastes is bitter, but the results are sweet. BittersweetHerbals.com.
Yes, family. See what I'm saying? Make sure to get your bitters. You know how we do. The body needs iron, right? That's where your blood coming at. Your blood is iron. And iron is the key mineral. Iron, oxygen, because the blood system, the circulatory system, the blood system is connected to every single organ in the body. The blood system is connected to every organ in the body. It supplies oxygen to every organ. It supplies oxygen to your brain, lungs, of course your heart, your pancreas, your liver, your spleen, your kidney, your bones, Your veins and arteries are connected to every single system. There's 12 systems to the body. Damn near the blood system is connected to every last one of them. And it's responsible of supplying nutrients, oxygen, to keep the organ functioning properly. If there's any disturbances in the blood, it's going to be disturbances in the organs. Uric acid in the blood is going to create dehydrations to your organs. Some organs get dehydrated faster than other organs. But nonetheless, dehydration of the organs is due and starts from the blood. Yes, family. Yes, family. Peace to the sister Pam, awaken to the truth. Our sister, who does the early morning ministry. She be on top of it. You know what I mean? Yo, you'll make an excellent school teacher. I'll say that. If you was a school teacher, I'll definitely have, well, I ain't got no young children, but I'd be like, yo, y'all going to Miss Pam classroom and y'all going to learn. I like how she teach. She go through with a fine tooth. You know what I mean? No bias. Although we can't be to ourselves, but you know what I mean? We break the bias and we just take it for what it is, see it for what it is. That's how we move forward. You dig? Say, yeah, ouch, that hurts. Now, you know, I recommend the Carbon C7, anything dealing with the nervous system or dealing with nerves. Yeah, man, that's some pain right there. Hope you ain't got no slip disc or nothing like that. Or no disc in your spine. You should be hurting. I had a lady, she had a slip disc. That shit was fucked up. Yeah, yo. That's what's up. My sister, she do that too. My sister homeschool my nieces. You know what I mean? My 3 nieces was homeschooled all the way up to like now, really. How old are y'all now? They'll be like in like 11th grade maybe. 9th, 10th, 11th. 10th, I forget. But they in high school, I'll say that. And they smart, you know, that home teaching, yeah, man, that's the move right there. But yeah, you definitely carry that spirit as a teacher indeed. God damn it, I'm trying to get this over. Shit, keep clicking on to the next. Yeah, family, we vibing out, yo. It's a blood clot vibes. You know what I mean? We had to talk about the cap today because, you know, nigga showed his cards, showed his true colors. You know what I mean? Got exposed. And anybody can get exposed, but it's just how you get exposed and what's the exposure about. But it is what it is, you know what I mean? Ain't no hard feelings over here. You know what I'm saying? It's just that niggas gotta move right, man. You just can't move right with just the house of Israel. You gotta move right with humanity, my nigga. If you would have been honest with the man, maybe he would have got them let you in with the connection you wanted. Her nigga asking for Kanye number direct. Like, nigga, but you gonna tell Kanye you the Israelites? You know Kanye ain't gonna go for that shit for too long. He may agree with you at some points, but then when the disagreement comes, what y'all gonna do? Force that he's wrong and force that you're right in his head and create more contention? Sometimes you just gotta leave the goddamn religion in the back. Sometimes you gotta leave your nationality at home and nigga and just deal with motherfuckers for who they are. Yeah, get at the sister Pam, yo, she can give you some, you know what I mean? There's a lot of people doing the homeschooling. You know what I mean? Maybe some paperwork, whatever you got to do, you know what I mean? Some paperwork, how the state work, you know, you can ask her. Get that info. Because I want to hear you speak on Islam. I don't think I ever heard any comparison. Well, I did a couple videos on it, but I ain't too savvy in Islam like that per se. You know what I mean? Like, I got and read the whole Quran like in 97 when I was 96 at the time, 96, you know what I mean? Still got it. But when I read the Quran, it was just more like, there was piggybacking off the Bible and like clearing up certain passages to say like, oh, it wasn't a miracle. It was actually the armies fighting against the Arabs. It'll be shit like that. It'll be saying, trying to debunk some of the miracles or whatever. But it talks about, you know, got a lot of, this, because I ain't read that shit in so long, but I got to highlight it and lit up if I need to go to certain passages for particular, you know, if I'm to debate somebody on a topic or something like that. I got the book lit up if I need to focus on a particular subject matter. But, you know, other than, you know, what everybody else know, you know what I mean? The Prophet Muhammad, Jibril came to the Prophet, told the nigga to recite, you know what I mean? Then he came preaching the gospel for like 12, 13 years, and he drew the sword and started going to war with niggas, just like every other doctrine. But, you know what I mean? From the OAHSPE's perspective, of course, there's a whole nother, it's layers to that, it's levels to this, you know what I mean? And those levels is only in the OAHSPE and not in the tradition of Islam, because in the OAHSPE exposed that Allah or Jibril is Allah. Like the same angel that came to Muhammad, Jibril is Allah in the OAHSPE. While they telling you, because sometimes you could write yourself in the narrative. You see what I'm saying? These angels are smart and cunning. But yeah, though. That's right. That's right, King. You know what I mean? It's one thing to be human with faults, but to be perfect being you can only act in the fairy tales for so long. That's right. Niggas expose that shit, boy. It's always your homies that'll bring you back to reality. You know what I mean? You got Israelites out here, but they got niggas that's not Israelites, that's real street niggas. And sometimes them street niggas will bring your ass back to reality from your fairy tale. You know, thinking you about to be taken up in ships to go to the land of Israel. Niggas about to be taken up in UFOs to go to the land of Israel. Niggas waiting on to be taken up. Niggas said the angel's gonna crack the sky. And Yahshua gonna be up in the clouds with the armies of angels in white robes following him who sits on the throne. This is Revelation 19. And the armies of the earth went to do battle with him who sat on the throne. It's a nigga sitting up in space, in the clouds, in the atmosphere, in a throne, followed by other horses. So what they talking about in Revelations? What they're describing? You know what they talking about? Some goddamn UFOs. What the fuck you think they talking about? It ain't that hard to understand. They're describing spaceships coming into the atmosphere from beyond. And the armies of the earth, meaning the military, the whole world, China, Russia, India, Europe and America, joined forces with their nuclear weapons to try to fight that which is coming into the atmosphere, which is foreign to us. That's what Revelation 19 is describing. It's describing a goddamn galactic battle where the nations is gonna lose. And these niggas think that's Jesus Christ coming back to do battle. That's the deception. That ain't no fucking Jesus Christ coming back to do nothing. That's some other shit going on in Revelation 19. Whether you believe it or not, just entertaining the thought. Revelation 19 is not talking about no nigga coming floating on a cloud. They They talking about some UFO spaceships coming into the atmosphere. Matter of fact, nigga, let's get it. Let's get Revelation 19 real quick. Oh, this nigga Selah talking crazy, talking about UFOs and spaceships in the Bible. You niggas know that. You know what's in your Bible. Where that Revelation 19 at? Let me see. I'm gonna get straight to the point. I'm not for read all this around. All right, so look, this Revelation 19. Let me see where it goes into the part where he comes into the atmosphere. All right, right here. See, look, they even call it the coming of Christ. And they say the coming of Yahshua. It say the coming of Christ. Christ is goddamn Luamong. Wait a second. Wait a second. Let me hit you with that here little, there little real quick. Here little, there little. Hold that. Hold that right there. Where's that? Where Louis at? Where Louis at? Luamong. Where you at, boy? Come out of hiding. I gotta show them something. We ain't mad at you. We know you on a redemptive plan, hopefully. But watch this. Where that? Hold up. Hold tight, hold tight. We coming. There we go. Where that? God's Book of Esra, chapter 47. Watch this. God's Book of Esra, chapter 47. Watch blood clot this. Book of Esra. What'd that say right there, family? What'd that say? What'd that say? This is God's Book of Esra, chapter 47. The head title is Luamong falsely announced himself the Christ. What did Revelation say? The coming of who? Christ. This ain't no motherfucking Yahshua we talking about, family. This is why niggas scared of the goddamn OAHSPE. Because this goddamn second coming is not who you think it is. It's fucking a false god making his announcement. Luamong falsely calls himself Christ. Now let me get to the nitty. Look what it states. The Lord said, behold, it came to pass as had been foretold by God, Jehovah's Son. The Trinity will all become false gods because they have denied the Almighty. God said, true God speaking, there is only one who is all knowledge. Whatever angel or God announcing himself to be all knowledge is false in the presence of the Creator Jehovah. See, only the Creator is all knowledge, all knowing. But look what it states. Nevertheless, Luamong had it proclaimed in heaven and earth that he was the Christ, which is the Ahamic expression for all knowledge. So look what it states with that right there. Look what it say. Right here. Nevertheless, Luamong had it proclaimed in heaven and earth that he was the Christ. What is Revelation 19 talking about? The coming of who? Luamong, goddammit. When it says it was a name that no man fucking knew but he himself, that's Luamong. Because Luamong didn't make his personal name worshipful. The name he made worshipful was Christ, and that's the name you know in history. And it's all responsible under this nigga's watch right here. Under this nigga's watch. That's how you get the name Luamong. And we're not done. Look what it states here. The Lord said, now therefore, Luamong was from this time forward a false god in heaven on earth. See that? So he took on the name Christ, and now he's known as a false god in heaven and earth among the true followers of Creator, the true lords and the true gods. And look what it states. Luamong, the false Christ, commanded thought, alias Jabril, his angel warner. Now this thought right here, where it says thought, that's Jabril as well. It'll tell you that in the OAHSPE. It'll have in parentheses Jabril thought. That's the same nigga who came to Muhammad for Islam. That's the same nigga. And Luamon commanded Jibril, alias Thug, his angel warrior in command of his earthly dominion, to raise up tribe of warriors among mortals. And look what it states. And by the inspiration of Thug, these warriors induced themselves to call themselves what? Christians. Christians. Look what true God said. God said, so that man may know this is true, behold, the followers of Jehovah are not warriors, nor have they ever been. Jehovah said, this mark I put upon man from the time of Cain to the present day, that whoever raises his hand against his brother raises his hand against me also. And this mark shall distinguish my servants to the end of the world. Behold, I alone am all knowledge. So that's Creator making us declare like, nigga, I never rose up warriors. Warriors has never been my chosen people. So who are these warriors in the Bible that's proclaiming to be God's chosen people, where it states right here, where it states clearly right here, God said, so that man may know this is true. Behold, the followers of Jehovah are not warriors, nor have they ever been. That's a death blow to King David, to King Solomon, the whole goddamn northern and southern tribes that was warring among themselves, the whole idea of Israelites running up into the land of Canaan, killing Canaanites for the land under the commandment of God. All those people were under the inspiration of a false God, thinking they was under the inspiration of Yahuwah. That's why it states in this verse, God said, so that man may know this is true. Behold, the followers of Jehovah are not warriors, nor have they ever been. So now you got to go back through your Bible and recalculate all the warriors. And God is telling these warriors to go do battle. You got to calculate who this God is. Because Jehovah said what? Yahuwah said, this mark I put upon man from the time of Cain to the present day, that whoever raises his hand against his brother raises his hand against me also. And this mark shall distinguish. That's the goddamn key word right here. That's what these Israelites don't have nothing to distinguish and go by. To distinguish my servants to the end of the world. Behold, I am alone, more knowledge. See that? See that? So now we are discovering that Luamung falsely announced himself Christ, and he became a false god from that point, right? Right. So now when we come to the book of Revelations again, the coming of Christ. Who is this Christ we just exposed? It's this false god Luamung. But you niggas think it's Jesus Christ. But let's read on. This is in Revelations 19:11. We're going to start from there. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. Now we know ain't no white horse in heaven. So this is symbolic, of course. There is no white horses. Matter of fact, see this, white horse, right? This is a white horse. You don't see white horses floating in heaven. This is being symbolic. It's not talking about a white horse as described here, because I saw heaven open, behold, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called faithful and true, and in righteousness he doth judge and make war. Now look right here. He just exposed himself. He does judge and make war. What did Jehovah just say right here? What did true God just remind us right here? What did he just remind us of? God said, so that man may know this is true. Behold, the followers of Jehovah are not warriors, nor have they ever been. But in Revelation it states what? He judges and make war. So if the followers of the Creator are not warriors, nor are the gods who follow the Creator warriors, who is this man right here who judge and make war? You know who judge and make war? Goddamn Luamung. Let's see, yeah. Hold on, I'm just looking at some Luamung talk right here. This nigga Luamung did himself dirty. So Luamung talking about going to war. It says, look, his eye, now it's describing the one sitting on the horse. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. Look, a name written that no man knew but he himself. We know the word. We just seen Christ up here. We know the Christ. We know Messiah. We know Yahshua. But a name that we don't know in the OAHSPE that it reveals, coming back up here, is Luamung. Luamung didn't make his name worshipful. Let me see if I can find where it states that. Hold up. Hold tight, hold tight. Everybody, hold tight. Let me see if I can find that. All right, here you go. All right. 41:31. Let's go to 41:31. Did we keep that up there? Yes. So we get the constant, that's just the white horse. Where we at with it? Where we at with it? OAHSPE 41. Book of OAHSPE 41:31. All right. So look right here. Now this is a couple verses prior. Let me bring this over here. So So coming back to Revelation where it states, his eyes, this is Revelations 19:12. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. Like I said, we know the term Christ is right there. We know Christ, Messiah, Yahshua. We know those names. But in the OAHSPE, this name that no man knew is Luamung. We know Christ. He styled himself Christ, like right here. He says he proclaimed it in heaven and earth. Right here. Nevertheless, Luamung had it proclaimed in heaven and earth that he was the Christ, which is the Ahamic expression of all knowledge. So he proclaimed it. That's what he proclaimed. That's what you know in history. Christ, right there. That's what you know, because why? He proclaimed it in heaven and on earth. But what he didn't proclaim, coming back to the verse where it states here, a name written that no man knew but he himself, this is coming right here to this verse in the book of OAHSPE 41:33, where it states, Luamung in these things did not sin against Jehovah, for he did not cause his own name, Luamung, to be made worshipful. See that? So this is a previous verse prior to him naming himself Christ. This is before he named himself Christ. So here it states that, for he did not cause his own name, Luamung, to be made worshipful. But what name did he claim to be worshipful? What name did he proclaim? Luamung had it proclaimed in heaven on earth that he was the Christ. What is stated here? For he did not cause his own name, Luamung, to be made worshipful. What did it state here? Luamung had it proclaimed in heaven and earth that he was the Christ. What did Revelation say? A name written that no man knew but he himself. Who was this name? Goddamn Luamung. Right here. He didn't make his name worshipful. We don't know him by Luamung. He didn't cause his own name to be worshipful. But the name he caused to be worshipful was Christ. That's the connection. So this second coming, who you thinking is goddamn Yahshua, is this goddamn nigga Luamung. Better be careful. And look, and he was clothed with the vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of God. Now watch this. This nigga Luamung out here wilding. Luamung out here showing his card for real. Watch this. Watch this, right? Watch this. Let's go to the book of OAHSPE chapter 47. We're going to go to verse 38. 47:38. Let me bring up another. Book of OAHSPE 47:38. Let's work. OAHSPE 37. Is it 37 or 47? 47. All right, so watch this, right? So Revelation said that what? And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of God. Come down. This is Luamong talking here. This is Luamong talking. Let me find it. Let me read up on it. All right, so this is the verse, the last verse, but I just want to, I'll start from right here. Start from verse 35. My sign shall be a sword and a skull and a crossbow and a bull. My edict shall be bulls. By these my enemies shall be destroyed. Every knee shall bow down before me, and every tongue confess me Lord of all. This is Luamong talking now. Behold, here's the catcher right here. Behold, I will give them a book and a guide, by which they shall know me. In blood I will seal them to the end of the world. This is Luamong talking about he gonna give them a book. He gave you the Old Testament, and he's giving you the New Testament. In blood I will seal them to the end of the world. And he was clothed in the vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of God. Where do you get the Word of God from? In the New Testament? He's giving you a book, and the Old Testament, of course, but the Christians rock with the New Testament. They say the Old Testament is done away with. Okay, so we rocking with the New Testament. This New Testament God is giving them a book. This dude named Luamong. And he gave them the book. We're reading from the book he gave them in Revelations. And look what it states here. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. So he has an army which were in heaven following him upon white horses. So of course we know that they're not talking about horses. They're talking about some goddamn chariots. And look what happens next. And out of his mouth goes a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations, and he shall rule them with the rod of iron, and he truds the winepress of the fierceness of the wrath of the Almighty God. See that? So they're talking about warfare and destruction by this God coming down out of nowhere, floating from space. Uh-oh. We in trouble. We in trouble, Houston. But not all. Just what the book's saying. Just what people believe. This is Revelations. A UFO came into the atmosphere, and it says, out of his mouth goes a sharp sword that will smite the nations. That's some technology shit. Some high advanced technology. Talking about smiting the nations. And he shall rule them with the rod of iron. All this is real symbolic, because they can't describe the shit that we would be going on today with the advancements of technology. If they seen cars and ships and planes, they wouldn't know how to describe that shit. They got to describe it in the best way they know, according to nature. Now, and he hath on his vesture and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings, Lord of Lords. And I saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying to all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great God. So, he's telling the birds to come. And look what it states next. That ye may eat the flesh of kings and the flesh of captains. See that? Captain got his His flesh ate today. His flesh ate by Wack 100. Ate that nigga alive. That ye may eat the flesh of the kings and the flesh of captains and the flesh of mighty men and the flesh of horses and of them that sat on them and the flesh of all men, both free and bond, both small and great. Look at that, free and bond. That means homeless niggas, free niggas, rich niggas, poor niggas. Everybody is subjected to their flesh being eaten once these ships come into the atmosphere and go to battle and start destroying shit. Great destruction. And I saw the beasts and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. See that? These niggas coming to do what? War. We just read from the OAHSPE state of what? What Jaja say? Where that? Where that? Where? Right here. What it say? God said, so that man may know this is true. Behold, the followers of Jehovah are not warriors. That right there. This is the deadly death blow right here. The followers of Yahuwah are not warriors, nor have they ever been. But in the Bible it states what? Where that? It states what? I saw the beasts and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse. This is Luamung and his army, based off the narrative, because Luamung the false Christ, right? And against his army, the armies of Luamung. Luamung had a crazy army. Luamung was out here battling niggas. You see, he came to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. Where that at? Let me go to 48. Look at this, 48:21. Look how Luamung getting down here. These false gods do battle. Look how Luamung getting busy. Look how these niggas getting busy. And it came to pass in not many years that Luamung through Jibril captured Baal and all the false gods and all the regions far and near. And along with the captured gods, Jibril took 7,600,000 warring angels. Now keep in mind, stop right there. Where we at? Where my goddamn mouse at? Right there. Warring angels. What they doing over here in Revelations? Huh? To make war. We're giving you a description of what the fuck going on right here with Luamung and these warring angels. It said Jibril took 7,600,000 warring angels and carried them all together to Makavishtu in Haiti and cast them into hell, where there were already more than 10 million who were in chaos and madness. That's the nature of what's going on in warfare. So while you just got a brief description of this king that's coming to do battle with the nations that's going to war, in the OAHSPE is giving you descriptions of how these niggas is going to battle. And this is the same Luamung who called himself the Christ. And this is the same Christ in your Revelation that's supposed to be going to war. See that? So you believe this false God that's about to come and go to war, and you thinking you niggas about to watch the saints and the saints going to sit there and watch. Oh, that's bullshit. You know why? Because Jaja say what? The followers of Yahuwah are not warriors, nor have they ever been. See that? What Jaja say? Jehovah said, this mark I put upon man from the time of Cain to the present day, that whosoever raise his hand against his brother, raise his hand against me also. And this mark shall be distinguished my servants to the end of the world. Behold, I alone am all knowledge. So he's letting you know that the followers of the Creator are not warriors even unto this day. Those who really serve Creator are not warriors, nor will they enlist and go to war to defend any God. But right here, boy, Luamung going to war. He going to war. And look what happens. Look what happens. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophets that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worship his image. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. So what you're reading here is the false Christ capturing the beast and another false prophet. It's warfare against the false gods. That right there is this, right here. That's what this goes. What we just read in Revelations is a synopsis of what's going on here. And it came to pass in not many years that Luamung, through Jabril, captured what? Baal. Baal would be like the false prophets and the beast, and all the false gods. See that? In all the regions, far and near. So it was just like here. And the beast was taken with them, the false prophets that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived. This is just another false god, because if there's a false prophet, that false prophet got to be inspired by a god. So the god is a false god in this circumstances, which he deceived them that he received the mark of the beast, and them that worship his image. Those both were cast alive into the what? Lake of burning and brimstone. The lake of fire of burning and brimstone. Now look at here. And it came to pass in not many years that Luamung through Jabril captured Baal and what? All the false gods. If there's false gods, there's false prophets. Huh? If there's false prophets, there's false gods. Okay? Captured Baal and all the false gods in all the regions far and near. And along with the captured gods, Jabril took 7,600,000 warring angels. He took them. That's the same way he's taking them right here. Where did they took them? They took them where and cast them into a lake of fire. So what? So what is Jabril doing here? What he's doing with these 7,600,000 warring angels, and carried them what? What did he do? Carried them all together to Makavishnu in Haiti, and what? Cast them into hell. What did they do in Revelations? These both were what? Cast into what? A lake of burning with brimstone. But what is OAHSPE saying? And carry them all together to Makavishnu in Haiti and cast them into hell, where there were already more than 10 million who are in chaos and madness. So this is just the fucking ice on it. This is just the Tippenberg on the ice right here in Revelations. The OAHSPE is giving you the detail. It's giving you what's going to happen when your ass gets thrown in there, what's taking place and what's going on. And look what it states. And Jabril had the place walled around with fire and noxious gases so that none could escape. What it say in Revelations? These both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. What did Jabril do? And Jabril had the place walled around with fire and noxious gases so that none could escape. But who were they warring with? Such was the end of the earthly domain of who? Baal, who had ruled over mortals for evil for more than 3,000 years. And in fact, it was the final termination of the earthly gods who ruled over mortals through oracles and pagan practice. So coming back to Revelation, all we're talking about here is one false god capturing another false god, casting him into the lake of, well, fire, and according to the Revelations. But in the OAHSPE, of course, in a place of turmoil. Haiti. Place of what? Walled around with fire and noxious gases. Pond oil heaven is where you niggas is headed. Jabril is casting niggas in the pond oil heaven. And Jabril had the place walled around with fire and noxious gases so that none could escape pond oil heaven. And what's going on in pond oil heaven? What it states? Where there were already more than 10 million who were in chaos and madness. That's what's going on in pond oil heaven. And that's exactly where this God in Revelation is going to carry you niggas. To the lake of pond oil heaven. That's where you niggas is headed. And look what it states. And the remnant were slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse. But hold on, what did Jaja say? What did Jaja say? So that man may know this is true. Behold, the followers of Yahweh are not warriors, nor have they ever been. So if the followers of the Creator are not warriors, that means God will not send out a warring army to do no war. Only the false gods go to war. Understand that. And the remnant were slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse. Who sat upon the horse? That's goddamn Luamung. You thinking it's Jesus Christ coming back. Which sword proceeded out of his mouth, and all the fowls were filled with their flesh. There's bloodshed going on right here in Revelation chapter 19 by this fallen angel, this false Christ, coming to do battle with human beings, casting them into a lake of fire, showing his superiority, the same way that Luamung showed his superiority, through Jibril to capture Baal. See that? See that? What it say? Luamung through Jibril captured Baal. See that? One false god captured another false god and cast him into hell. That's what's going on in Revelations. You have one false god, the false Christ, capturing the false prophets and the false gods, casting them into a fiery fires, pine oil heaven. So we're showing you that the Christ in Revelations that's floating out of the sky, that's going to be sending you niggas in a pine oil heaven.
That's where you headed, boy. To pine
It's not
oil heaven.
Yahshua the Mashiach. It's not Jesus Christ.
Chestnuts roasting on an open
False-ass
fire.
God.
That's where
Gonna
you
try to
headed,
make
boy.
him the goddamn
To
appearance.
pine oil
Have
heaven.
you niggas in the
Chestnuts
pine oil heaven.
roasting on an open fire.
That's where you headed, boy. To pine oil heaven.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
That's where you headed, boy. To pine oil heaven.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
That's where you headed, boy. To pine oil
Yeah, there's
heaven.
still many that took
Chestnuts
his office. Yeah.
roasting on an open fire.
Let me get that.
That's where you
In
headed,
case you
boy.
missed it.
To pine oil heaven.
In the OAHSPE. Where that's at? I think that's in the book of goddamn. What's that? Esper? Hold on. Enough of the pine oil heaven. Matter of fact, let's blast away. Let's go into let's give him some airbender music. Let's bend the atmosphere real quick. Let's spin the vortex. Let's go ahead and bend and penetrate the vortex. We'll go to the book of S, chapter 18. Let's go there real quick. We play on Luamung. Now to answer this question, but seeing Luamung is now in the service of Eoah, then we wonder who then will take his office to return. Now chapter 18 in the book of S gives some insight on that. Let's go to it real quick. So let's just chapter 18. Book of S. Now, he said, such then was the fate of the chief false gods in the lower heavens. Now, that's referring to Luamung and all them who has been judged and they're sent off to do their redemptive labor. But look what it states here. But during the preceding 300 to 400 years, many of the officers of these false gods had succeeded from them and had set up small heavenly kingdoms of their own. And their mortal followers were called sects. So although Luamung and all these other false gods were sent to do their redemptive work, you had many that broke away from them after being told about the redemptive work. That's damn near like being delivered from hell, being reset to do, being giving you a reset, and those in the reset process don't want to follow the reset process and start doing their own thing. So these are your branch offs right here. This is where the branch off begins. So again, but during the preceding 300 to 400 years, many of the officers of these false gods, which includes Luamung, had succeeded from them and had set up small heavenly kingdoms of their own, and their mortal followers were called sects. These little heavens, hold up. Let me take this off so I can make sure y'all can see the screen. Last time I did that, people couldn't see the screen. All right, there we go. These little heavens were, for the most part, situated on the earth, and usually these small gods inhabited the church where mortals came to worship. So they're showing you how these false gods started the process over again after Luamung was sent to do the service of Creator. So even Luamung couldn't contain those within his kingdom who broke away and decided to start these small heavenly kingdoms. So again, these little heavens were, for the most part, situated on the earth, and usually these small gods inhabited the church where mortals came to worship. And the preachers within these churches fell under the inspiration of these itinerant gods and their gangs of wandering spirits. See that? These churches that they're talking about are your Baptists, the churches that we're familiar with, that we grew up in America. That's what it's referring to. Right? So look what it states here in Gautama. Gautama is America. In America, these inspirations were carried to such an extent by these Drugian gods that the mortal of one sect were made hostile, one sect against another. You see that today in Christianity. And enmity, hatred, therefore existed between the Protestants and the Catholics, and between the Protestants themselves, and between all of these and the Jews. And not only on earth, between mortals did these things take place, but these petty gods had small kingdoms of their own, as a Presbyterian heaven, a Methodist heaven, a Baptist heaven, and so on. And when a mortal member died, and his spirit, now let me highlight that so y'all can see that right here. And when a mortal member dies, his spirit or her spirit fell into his heaven, where he had lived, becoming a servant to these drudges. See that? And when he cried out, I want to go to Jesus, Jebus, I want to go to Christ, he was shown the Drugian God and told, this is he. See that? See how they playing you? This is what took place after Luamung. Those that came after Luamung, it states right here. It says, these petty gods had kingdoms of their own. What were they? Presbyterian. There you go, your Presbyterian churches right there. See that? These are your Luamung followers after Luamung right here. Presbyterian. Then what you got? Methodists. There go your Methodist churches right here. You got your Presbyterian, your Methodists. All these are the offshoots of Luamung. These are those who came after Luamung. Regardless of the name of the drudges, but these are the religious establishments that came after Luamung that's still carrying that burden. The Baptists. There go your Baptists right there. There go your Baptists right there. See that? Baptist, Methodist, Presbyterian. All these were inspired by what? Petty gods who had small kingdoms of their own. See that? And if you are a Baptist, if you are a Methodist, if you are a Presbyterian, what did it say in the OAHSPE? What did it say? Watch this. What did it say? And when a mortal member died, a mortal member of either the what? Baptist, a mortal member of either the Methodist, a mortal member of either the Presbyterian. What's going to happen? When a mortal member dies, his spirit fall into his heaven. The heaven over where? The heaven over the Baptist, because we're talking about the graveyard. Because a lot of people get buried, Baptist graveyard. Let me put Baptist graveyard. Watch this. Yeah, this your ass ain't going too far from the church. See that? That's a Baptist graveyard for the church. See the church right there? They got the graveyard. Your ass ain't going nowhere. Your ass ain't going too far from your God. Methodist, same thing. Let's put a Methodist graveyard. See that? This is a Methodist graveyard. Look at that. See the church? See the graveyard? See the church? This is a Methodist. You got a Baptist, a Methodist. All these are church believers who believe in this different thing. Now let's get a Presbyterian graveyard. Show you how deep the OAHSPE gets. It's a Presbyterian graveyard. See the church? See the church? See the graveyard next to the church? So you have a Baptist graveyard connected to the church. You have a Methodist graveyard connected to the church. And you have a Presbyterian graveyard connected to the church. And what did the OAHSPE say? When a mortal member died, his spirit fell into his heavens where he had lived, becoming a servant to these drudges. These drudges. And when he cried out, I want to go to Jesus, I want to go to Christ, he was shown the drudgery God and told, this is he. See the deception? Which he would believe to be true. For what is bound on earth is bound in heaven. See that? So when you niggas is dying in these churches and your ass is over here in grave, but your spirit is lingering around and you want to see Jesus, you want to see Jesus, they're going to show you a goddamn picture of this nigga right here. Oh, they're going to show you Jesus, I am. This is exactly what they're going to show your ass right here. They're going to show you this nigga right here. That's who you going to see. Hold up. This who you going to see when you cross over, nigga. That's who you going to see right there. That's who Uncle Ray Ray going to see. That's who Grandma going to see. This is who Grandma and Grandpa believed in before they died. This same white man is existing in the Presbyterian church. He's existing in the Methodist church. And he's existing in the Baptist church. And what did the OAHSPE say? When a mortal member died, his spirit fell into his heaven, where he had lived, becoming a servant to these drudges. And when he cried out, what? I want to go to Jesus. I want to go to Christ. What? He was shown a Georgian God and told that it was he. In my Jabari voice. When you in spirit now, you don't believe in Jesus all your life as a Presbyterian. You in spirit now, you don't believe in Jesus all your life as a Methodist. You in spirit now and you don't believe in Jesus all your life as a Baptist. And when you wanted to see Jesus, this nigga pulled up. What did it say when they wanted to see? He was shown the drudgery in God and told, this is he. Come give me your hug, nigga. I'm Jesus. Nigga, line to the 10th power. Talking about he Jesus. And you believe in it. What did it say? What did it say? Which he would believe to be true. Grandma think this Jesus. They believed it on earth, and when they went to heaven, they seen him. Now their faith is sealed in Jesus because they see a depiction of who they once thought was Jesus on earth, or who they believed. And now they cross over in spirit and they see the same man. Believing this to be true. Showing you the deception of these false gods. That's why you got to fucking read the goddamn OAHSPE. Showing you how deceptive the trickster is. Which is he who, which he would believe to be true, for what is bound on earth is bound in heaven. See that? So these are the precursors of Luamung. These are those who came after Luamung. While Luamung over there trying to get his shit together, Followers up under him broke away and did this. Followers up under Louis Monk broke away and started what? The Baptist church. Huh? They broke away and started what? The Methodist church. Huh? They broke away and started what? The Presbyterian church. These are your precursors to Louis Monk and those that broke away. And look, a Georgian god named Payad. There go one right there. There go a name, Payad. And what did he establish? A sect called Mormon. You know about the Mormons? Who don't know about the goddamn Mormons? Who ain't seen the Mormons running up and down the neighborhood in their white shirts? These are the Mormons. Look at the Mormons. These are the Mormons. Look at their church. Look at that. Look at the Mormon church. Look at this. That's money. Look at the real estate. Look at that grass. Nigga, that you know what it is to maintain the cost just to maintain the grass? Well, this is the establishment. This is Mormonism. Baptism. I'm showing you in the OAHSPE the precursors of after the false gods got redeemed. These are the religions that are thriving today. Who ain't a goddamn Baptist today? Who ain't a Methodist today? Who ain't a Presbyterian today that you don't know? See that? And a Mormon. And look what the OAHSPE say about Mormonism. A drudging god, Payad, established a sect and named it Mormon. He located his kingdom on earth with his mortal followers. Look at that. These are his mortal followers. See that? See his mortal followers? These are the people that was convinced to believe in the doctrine. And their doctrine is what? And he became master over the spirits of his mortal followers in the same way, calling himself what? The true Christ. This is the God talking. He's the true Christ. And it's stated he became a master over his followers. These Mormons are locked in. They locked in. Look at that. They look possessed. This false god Payah got these niggas looking like this. Locked in. Look at the church. Look at this guy. Locked in. Look at that. He locked in. He all the way locked in. What did the verse say? And he became master over the spirits of his followers. You can see it. Look at the mastery. This nigga's convinced you couldn't tell him shit that he ain't a Mormon. He'll probably smack the shit out of you tell him he ain't a Mormon. All these Mormons, look at that. Look at these niggas. Look how they looking, yo. These are the Mormons. Look at that. You can't tell you can't tell them niggas they not Mormons. They Mormon, Normans, whatever you call them, Mormons. I'm starting to trip over the word and shit. Look at that. All these Mormons. Look at the Mormon church. Look at all these people. This false gods established that. See that? Claiming to be the true Christ. See that? And look what's the scheme. Look what it stated. Payah, the false god, taught that all good Mormons would ultimately attain to rule over some planet and her heavens, but he never permitted the angels of his kingdom to go out of his reach. For he also taught mortals that the more numerous progeny a man begot, the greater his heavenly kingdom would be in time to come. For this was Payah's scheme to make his own heavenly kingdom large and powerful. Look at that. This nigga scheming. This nigga scheming and got the Mormons locked in the scheme. Look at the Mormons. Only if they know they was being schemed. Yo, the OAHSPE so cold-blooded, my nigga. This shit is so cold-blooded. This whole religion was based off a goddamn schemer. Scamming niggas. What you say, Yara? LA is the land of the scandalous? These niggas got scandaled. Payad must have been a god from LA. He must have been a mortal in LA. He came up and nigga, he scanned. I got one on these niggas. He became master of his mortal followers. These are look at these old ass men, Mormons. These are dedicated Mormons, masters. He became masters over them in spirit. And his scheme was what? What is a scheme? Watch this. Where that picture with them children? Right here. This is the scheme right here. This is the scheme. What's the scheme? What's the scheme? Look what it stated. What's the scheme? He also taught mortals that the more numerous progeny a man beget, the greater his heavenly kingdom would be in time to come. And that's what a lot of Normans believe, multiplying and having a lot of kids. You think he don't stop at these four? He probably about to drop a whole tribe. Because in their mind, they're going to think what? They're going to have a great heavenly kingdom in time to come. And this was his scheme. This was Payad's scheme to make his own heavenly kingdom large and powerful. So here you have Mormonism being exposed as false gods after Luamon. And then another Georgian god, Loganes, established a kingdom on earth and named it Shaker Heaven, pretending he was the true Christ. See, all these niggas pretending to be the true Christ after Luamon. And his place became a heavenly bondage to himself. See that? These niggas putting themselves in bondage. Another Georgian god, Sawayan, established a heavenly kingdom on earth and called it the all highest heaven. Huh? This nigga said the all highest heaven is on earth. Don't the Israelites believe that? He said what? This God, what? Established a heavenly kingdom on earth and called it the all highest. Don't the Israelite? Let's show and prove real quick. Let's go to Revelation, since we was already in Revelations. Established a heavenly kingdom on earth, called it the all highest heavens. Now, this is what the Israelites believe, because in Revelation, what is it, 20? What is it, Revelations 20? Let's see. Revelations 20. Oh, okay, all right. Man, what the hell am I looking for again? All right, bet. $21. All right. Now, what I say? This false god established a heavenly kingdom on earth and called it the all highest heaven. Now, when we read in Revelation, it states what? He says, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and the sea was no more. But here's the catcher. I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. See? The all highest heaven, New Jerusalem, is coming down out of heaven to be established on earth. Huh? The New Jerusalem is to be established on earth. I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them and be their God. Where? When the New Jerusalem comes down from heaven and is established on earth. So the all highest, according to Revelations, is going to be established on the earth. Just as the OAHSPE exposed the false gods, established a heavenly kingdom on earth and called it what? The all highest heaven. This all highest heaven is equivalent to what? Your New Jerusalem coming down out of heaven to be established right here. See that? Right here. Right there. I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, that's the high heavens, coming down from God out of heaven, the Most High. Ain't God the Most High? So this New Jerusalem will be considered the Most High's heavenly kingdom. See that? So, you know what I mean? Easy work. This Lord called himself the Lord. He raised up a mortal, Swedenborg, whom he took in spirit subjectively into many of the lowest heavens and hells, saying to him, look at that, behold, Those who do not serve the Lord, how hard is it with them? He further said, this place of darkness is the Bremen heaven. This place of darkness is the Buddhist heaven. But this place of light is my heaven, I, the Lord. See how the false gods is working? They telling you this the Buddhist hell and this the Buddhist, the Brahmin. He's deceiving you. This nigga scamming. This nigga scandalous. He's using Swedenborg to be scanned. I'm thinking this is him, Emmanuel Swedenborg. Yup, this is him. Look what it stated about him. Swedenborg had a prolific career as an inventor and science. In 1741, at 53, he entered into a spiritual phase in which he began to experience dreams and visions. Notably, on Easter weekend on the 6th April 1744, he experienced accumulated in a spiritual awakening in which he received a revelation that Jesus Christ had appointed him to write the heavenly doctrine to reform Christianity. Look at that. Nigga, it gave you the date. Nigga, this was Easter week. Jesus came to this nigga on Easter. Easter bunny ass niggas. Look what it state though. This is Emmanuel Swedenborg. This is what he experienced on the Easter weekend on the 6th April 1744. OAHSPE ain't even written yet. His experience culminated in a spiritual awakening in which he received a revelation that Jesus Christ had appeared to him, that appointed him to write the heavenly doctrines to reform Christianity. According to the heavenly doctrine, the Lord had, look at that. See, this shit getting deep. Y'all keep playing with this OAHSPE. Look at this. Look what he's saying now. Look what it's saying. According to the heavenly doctrine, the Lord opened Swedenborg's, the Lord opened Swedenborg's spiritual eyes so that from there on, so let's stop right there. The Lord, what did the OAHSPE say? What did the OAHSPE say? This Lord called himself the Lord. He raised up a mortal, Swedenborg, whom he took in spirit subjectively into many of the lower heavens and hells. See that? And we're confirming this with the very evidence right here. The Lord had opened Swedenborg's spiritual life. So Swedenborg is being scammed and don't even know it. But he's just being obedient for the fact that he's actually having a spiritual experience. See that? Look what it states. Look what it states. He could freely visit heaven and hell to converse with angels, demons, and other spirits. Stop there. Huh? He could freely visit heaven and hell to converse with angels, demons, and other spirits. What did the OAHSPE say? The Lord called himself the Lord. He raised up a mortal, Swedenborg, whom he took in spirit. Huh? Whom he took in spirit subjectively into many of the lower heavens and hells. Look at that. Confirming exactly what he's confirming. He could freely visit heaven and hell to converse with angels, demons, and spirits. What the OAHSPE say? Whom he took in spirit subjectively into many of the lower heavens and hells. So while in the Wikipedia article, it got you believing he's doing this on his own free will. The OAHSPE is letting you know that no, this nigga's he's being watched over while being this. He said whom he took in spirit. So he's taking him in spirit. The same way John was taken up in spirit and beheld the holy city. Somebody's with him. You just ain't out there in the spirit world moving around like that without having a guide because you don't know where the hell you at. You ain't used to the realm like that. And that the last judgment had already occurred. Look, and that the last judgment had already occurred in 1757, the year before the 1758 publication of De Nova Hierosolyma et Ejus Doctrine, however, English concerning the New Jerusalem and its heavenly doctrine. See that? So this is confirming what the OAHSPE is saying about his experience in spirituality. But as we see, the OAHSPE exposed that this is a false god. Sad. So he was being schemed, he was being pimped and used and didn't know it back then. This Lord called himself the Lord. He raised up a mortal Swedenborg, whom he took in spirit subjectively into many of the lower heavens and hell, saying to him. Now this is what he told him. Now keep in mind, he stated that right here, and he could freely visit heaven and hell to converse with the angels, demons, and other spirits. But he's not freely conversing. He's being guided by this false god, the Lord. And this is what he's telling them. He says, behold, those who do not serve the Lord, how hard is it with them? And further said, this place of darkness is the Bremen heavens. That place of darkness is the Buddhist heaven. So this nigga done lied to this nigga and told this nigga that the darkness is the Bremen and the Buddhist heaven. And when you come here, it stated what? He can freely visit heaven and hell. The hells. Hold on, what we got? Okay. Right here, the hells. It says he could freely visit heaven and hell to converse with angels. Now, the hells that he was visiting in this instance is the places of Brahma and Buddha, but he lying. He lying. He telling them he's taking them to them realms, but he lying to them. He's scamming them. And then he stated what? But this place of light is my heaven, I, the Lord. See that? See that? And what happened? And in that way, this drudging God established Swedenborg's heaven, and mortals looked upon him as the Christ. And after death, their souls went there. See that? See that? Their souls went where? With the Lord had opened Swedenborg's spiritual eyes. So after Swedenborg died, guess where he went? To this Lord who just took on the title Lord, this drudging God. See that? This shit run deep. So all this is happening after Luamung left the throne. I mean, after Luamung is sent to do redemptive work. So it came to pass as had been prophesied of old. Lo Christ here, lo Christ there. And you know about that in your Bible. If Christ is in the wilderness, don't believe him. He lying. If Christ is in the bathroom, don't believe him. He lying. See that? In the Bible, we're going to talk about that. So here it's saying, so it came to pass as had been prophesied of old. Lo Christ here, lo Christ there. And as it was with Luamung's heavenly kingdom, thus split into hundreds of remnants, it was even so with the heavenly kingdoms of the other false gods. Brahma the false, Buddha the false. So that on earth there were thousands of petty gods, heavenly kingdoms of darkness and misery. So there you got it. There go your answer right there. There you go right there. And look what it states. Now all of these drudging gods, neither of China, Vindia, of Arabia, Europe, or Gautama, rejected Jehovah, but took the name of one of the four false gods and protested that he himself was the real, true God and Savior. See that? And that's exactly what you see with all these sects. The mortal sect that followed them did the same thing. The Presbyterians professed the true Christ. See the Presbyterians over here? Presbyterians, what they gonna believe? We follow the truth. If you get a hard-body Presbyterian, oh, our church is the best church, we're following Jesus Christ according to the Bible, the Presbyterians are going to profess they follow the true Christ. Huh? And then it says, but denounce all others as false. See that? So you got the Presbyterians profess the true Christ, but denounce all others as false. Who are the all others? So if the Presbyterian is like, man, we got the truth, who are the all others? The Methodists are the all others. The Baptists are the all others, and the Mormons are the all others. They're not rocking with them. The Presbyterians is rocking with the Presbyterians. We ain't rocking with the Mormons. So what do the states? The Presbyterians profess the true Christ, but denounce all others as false. And what do the Methodists do? What do the Methodists do? The Methodists profess the true Christ, but denounce all others as false. They go to Methodists. When the Methodists roll up, oh, we got the true and living Christ over here. Jesus is with us. And they ain't rocking out with the Presbyterians. They ain't rocking out with Baptists, and they ain't rocking out with the Mormons. See that? Those are the Methodists. And then look what it states. The Mormons. The Mormons profess the true Christ, but denounce all others. The Roman Catholic also profess the true Christ, but denounce all others. See that? See that? And it was the same with all of them. And none of them practiced righteousness and good works, but were warriors and money getters for self sake. See, the OAHSPE is exposing your goddamn T.D. Jakes, your Bishop Eddie Long, and your what's the other one? Creflo Dollars. Right here, just exposed it. And it was the same with all of them. And none of them practiced righteousness and good works, but were warriors and money getters. Niggas off that dollar bill, y'all. See that? But yeah, just to answer that question, you know what I mean? Just to answer the sister question, to show and prove that those were the sects that rose up after Luamon came and was redeemed, so to say, and his followers came from behind him and did that. Give me a one in the chat if you get this understanding, family. You know how we do. It's a vibes. Yes, family. See the ones that come through, yeah? Yes, family. You done know. System in order. Create a gang in the building. I see them ones coming through. Don't forget the Jehovah's Witnesses. That's right. Yup. Only if Jehovah's Witnesses know that the real Jehovah's over here in the OAHSPE. Yes, family. And we're riding out. We're vibes in. It's a blood clot vibe. Yes, family. You know what I mean? For the most part, that was the lesson right there for the day. But today's topic was exposing how Wack 100 exposed Tazaryach. So we just gave you a lesson, a theological lesson in history, spiritual lesson. These are things these brothers are supposed to be tapped into if they was really about spirituality. See, the Bible only got so much to talk about, so after a while, you just repeating and going over the same things and it becomes redundant. When people start catching on and exposing the bullshit. So you gotta upgrade the information and receive how you like. And with that, your boy Selah Shalom is out of here, family. Create a gang. I'm gonna see y'all in the chat. Your boy Selah Shalom is out. Deuces! It's a vibes.